I've I've imagined in my head that I'm playing like a scruff McGuff, like dog in a trench coat detective, but I'm a lion in a trench coat with a magic wand. I'm playing this kind of like ho hum, like Barney Fife type investigator with logic and reasoning, and then also sometimes I remember I'm a lion. What I would like to do is an investigation check outside of this establishment where our party is all there, and but
Well, we'll
to
get to
the
that.
deity that control. Oh, I thought we were there now.
So no, not quite.
I'm sorry.
You guys head through the streets of Waterdeep. Waterdeep is this very it is a very metropolitan town. Whatever you expect, whatever you think for D&D. I mean, you guys have the reference. I've shown you guys the reference pictures in the Discord before the campaign, but so it's a very metropolitan city. There's a lot of like 3-story buildings, a lot of 4-story buildings, all tight packed in. There's all these alleyways and cutoffs, and inside the so normally when you think of an alleyway in a normal city, right? You think kind of dingy, dirty. In Waterdeep, a lot of the buildings will face into the alleyways. So instead of facing the main street, they'll face into the alleyway. So you create these sort of like courtyards and thoroughfares for pedestrian traffic, and the streets themselves will be where you have drays and carts and other carriages moving through.
Shauna, as a question, is there an ascendancy importance to, like, in that photo we saw, like, Waterdeep, we know has, like, a high point? Is there importance to the better, less crowded real estate?
So typically, as far as Waterdeep goes, you have several wards in Waterdeep. You have the Sea Ward, the North Ward, Castle Ward, Trades Ward, Dock Ward, Southern Ward, and then a couple sub-neighborhoods, which are the Field Ward, the City of the Dead, and Mist Shore. Generally, the North Ward is sort of upper middle class. Sea Ward is nobility. Castle Ward, for the most part, is civic buildings, temples, and other things like that. There are a few homes and manor houses there.
Is that what we're seeing in that picture?
This is the Dock Ward.
This is the Dock Ward.
Yeah, so that hill probably is on the eastern.
Towers,
that would be the eastern side of the Dock Ward, probably.
Gotcha.
Or excuse me, the western side of the Dock Ward. Typically the Dock Ward is going to be lower class. It's where a lot of laborers and dock workers, warehouse workers, where they live. The Southern Ward is, for lack of a better term, it is sort of a think of it like Chinatown, but it's people that live
like an immigrant space.
Yeah, so it's an immigrant space for it's a lot of halflings and humans from the nations of and Tathir and Kalimshan, which are far, far, far to the south, far south of Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is like a 2-3 week journey from here. They're from far south of that, right? But because this is a very big coastal port city, a lot of people have moved here from other parts of the world.
Is it fair as a reference point? We think of this as kind of like a New York City.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
it. That's 100% how I would frame.
Like an England in the 50s or something, like a London port in the 50s, or
I would
or something like that,
New York. I think is the right framing. New York is probably the right framing.
Just in terms of the cultural intersections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New York is the right framing. Waterdeep is part of something called so Waterdeep is not part of a country or a nation. A lot of the cities in the what's considered the north of the Forgotten Realms are not part of a country or nation. They're part of something called the Lord's Alliance, which is these like 12 or 13 cities that all have like military alliances with each other, but they don't necessarily control the land around them, right? All of that open wilderness is just open wilderness. It's not under anyone's control. Waterdeep probably patrols everything within 50 miles of Waterdeep, but that's more of keeping themselves safe than worrying about.
Right. They're not trying to project power. Like,
right.
It's not trying to, this is our country. It's like, we have our little town and don't be mean around our town.
Yeah. And then those outlying towns within that 50-mile radius are kind of under Waterdeep's protection, because that's where you have, people providing food and farming for the city itself. So, but yeah, the dock ward typically is going to be a lot more lower class. Next session we'll have some more of these images prepped so that we could see some more of the city as we go. But this is the one I have prepped for today. So, but you guys make your way down through the dock ward, probably heading down. I think it's Snail Street is probably where you guys are headed.
Snail Street is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, making your way down to.
It seems to be a misnomer of a thoroughfare. Mm-hmm. Because it seems like one of the pretty big streets.
It is, yeah. So, the high road is the kind of the main road through town. But yeah, everything that kind of goes north-south gets a lot of traffic there. As you make your way down, turning a corner, and I'll tell you now, I'm not going to be referencing street names because I don't have them recorded, so I'm not going to zoom in on that map every time I do it. But
also, it's terrible to zoom in on, even on the internet. Mm-hmm. It's a terrible thing to
absolutely
navigate.
is. It absolutely is. As you guys turn a corner, you find yourselves on a street that's been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are half a dozen corpses, seemingly victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans that are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you guys kind of gawking for a minute and just says, "Get on, nothing to see here." And then, that's the scene you guys pass.
Is there anyone sort of loitering around that we can ask?
Yeah, there's a few people that are kind of standing around.
Can I go ask someone what they've seen? Can they just go, "Hey, what happened here?"
There's kind of a younger woman, and she points out that there was some sort of gang violence. And looking at the people that are all being questioned, or looking at the people that are being the 3 survivors, they all look pretty rough, clothing wise, right? Like they're, look like they could be, ruffians, so to speak. You notice, the 3 people standing there all have a serpent tattoo on their neck. Almost like a Death Eater tattoo, right?
The people that, like, the bystanders?
The 3 survivors that look like they're under arrest. They have sort of a Death Eater tattoo on their neck. You recognize this tattoo. This tattoo is the same one that Yagra has on her forearm.
Oh.
So they are Zenzis.
Zentarim, yeah. You would presume
Zentarim.
Could we assume that the people that are dead are the ones with the beholder tattoos?
Roll a perception check for me.
Nat 20.
So you don't see, looking across the bodies, you do notice a few of them do have that serpent tattoo on their neck. One of the others, the same that serpent, and it's a winged serpent, so it kind of looks like a coatl. If you're familiar with what a coatl is, it's a snake with these sort of bat-like wings. And that is the symbol.
Just go to Australia and look outside a window, and there'll
You'll
be
find
something
one.
like this flying by.
I'm just imagining Trogdor, but instead.
Yeah. I'll have a image of the Zentarum tattoo for next time. But it's all of them have it on their neck, or several of them have it on their neck. Of the other bodies, you notice one is a goblin, one is a Kenku. So I will, just for reference, a goblin is going to look something like this. A little green guy, pointy ears, sharp teeth. And a Kenku is going to look something like this. They are raven bird people.
Oh, I love those guys.
So they've got kind of raven feet. They've feathery bodies, feathers instead of body hair, and big raven beaks.
I would like to address the closest like law enforcement person that looks like they're giving orders. The
Sure.
person that told us to like stay back.
Before that, you Daerwyn, you do notice that one of them has just the side of their head shaved, and on the side of that head shaved is a circle with 10 spokes coming off of it.
That's the cop.
No, one of the bodies. One of the bodies. Yeah. So that's the only tattoo you recognize other than the Zentarum tattoos.
How many spokes? 10.
Would any of us know what that is?
You can roll me a.
I think we. But Sean? Can I?
You can make a jump in logic if you'd like to. Yeah.
Well, Vandal, remember the bandits from the Xanathar guild in the tavern? They had that 2 Volkswagen.
The eyes.
The
eyes.
eye.
It was the eye.
Eye tattoos.
That's different.
Yeah, the
than
eye.
I regret
Yeah,
my
I think
2
that's the
Volkswagen
same.
wording.
No, we're using that.
No, I don't think
forever.
it's the same tattoo that you
remember
described.
though.
It's
I
not
think
the
that they had the eye tattoos of the Sean. Give me the name of the
The
Beholder.
Xanathar.
Beholder.
no.
The beholder.
The beholders. It's the beholder.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, this is a Xanathar gang.
The way he's describing it, it sounds different.
It is
Yeah, it's a
different.
tattoo.
It is different, and I'm pulling up a picture right now for y'all.
It's not eyeballs.
How many base 10 tendril creatures are in this world, Sean?
Well, he said a circle.
But it was
with
just a
10
circle with 2, 10
Circle
spokes
with
in
10
it.
spokes. Yeah.
Right, but I
That's
was thinking that's the eyeball is a circle with 10 spokes.
So,
Like because
if
it's an eyeball
it
with
was
10 tendrils.
The way Sean described it.
hold
is
on,
that
I'm gonna cut in.
Just eyeballs.
So the man that you saw did literally have eyeballs tattooed on his head.
Yeah.
Right.
This, however, is in fact the symbol of the Xanathar Guild. It is a representation of a beholder, an orb with 10 eye stalks.
Okay.
So this
Right.
is
So
in
it's a tattoo.
That is what I'm thinking.
yeah. So you are 100% right, Zach. That it is a
But it is a different tattoo.
It is a different
But it's a
tattoo,
different tattoo, but it's
it's the same meaning. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Does that indicate anything
uh,
of importance? The difference?
Good
Like,
question.
why do they have different
What was
tattoos?
what was the
the
question?
eyeballs and the
Yeah.
spokes.
Like does
was
does
there,
the
is there a reason for the
differentiating
difference?
of the difference? Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just personal preference, right? Like,
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know.
the Zentarium seem to have a uniformity to their tattoos, whereas the Xanthar Guild, it's more like, oh yeah, I'm in this gang, like I'm gonna get a tattoo of it. Whereas the Zentarium, it
This
seems
is
like every gang member has that tattoo to represent them being in the gang. Dan mentioning that I might accidentally nuke my stream because I don't know what the buttons do. Dan, don't scare me like that. I went and checked to make sure I hadn't done that.
Are y'all table talk?
Mhm.
Aurelia, Vandal, and Daerwyn, are y'all okay with me talking to like the investigator and trying to
How close
suss
are
out
we to
what's going on?
How close are we to?
Oh yeah, how close are we to Skewer Dragon?
Yeah.
Probably another 10
I
minutes.
was assuming that we were at like a police tape, like
Yeah, you guys, it's
Oh,
a
you mean
crime
close-
scene.
yeah.
Crime scene about halfway there.
crime scene,
we're
yeah.
just like on the sidewalk there. Are y'all okay with me talking
My
to the
concern is
investigator?
Go for it.
Daerwyn would be more concerned with the job that she is currently doing.
Yeah.
And if you're 20 minutes
Right.
away from where someone has disappeared, then she's not going to have any
But it's-
care in the world about what's going on.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes in 2 days, right? Like, so it's a matter of, time's already passed.
Oh,
character-
okay, no,
my
yeah,
character's
I
not
want to.
with
I
it.
want to move on.
My
But
character's
if
not
you-
with it.
Zach, if you real quick do stop and kind of mention asking what happened.
No, I don't have to. No, that's why I want to table talk it. Like, if this
Okay.
is not where we want to be, that was my like. What do we want to do? Because I'll use some like deception, intimidation to get more information. But if this is not where we need to be, then I don't want to do that and
Yeah.
slow us down.
Okay. Well then, as you guys
But
move on, I mean, it's
I-
pretty clear. It's pretty clear that it's
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that it was some sort of that gang violence that was spilling over into the tavern, kind of the same
Mhm.
sort of occurrence there. As
Is
you
there-
guys,
Question:
ahead.
Is there any
The same
before we
situation that
move
could have
on,
happened if we didn't.
if you guys didn't step
Yeah.
in the tavern, yeah, that probably Yagra would have probably looked like some of those bodies over there.
Is there any way we can investigate and see if any of them could possibly be our suspect that we're looking for, Floon?
As far as you're aware, Floon was not described as a gang member. You don't see anyone that fits the description of Floon.
We also rolled
I said we move
real
on then.
super high in investigations on Floon,
Yeah,
and I think one of the first things would have been like, yeah, he's
a member of
fucking-
a gang. Yeah. I will say,
Yeah.
so as you kind of continue onto the dock ward, it's a lot of tall, densely packed tenement buildings. You know, these kind of ramshackle apartments. They sort of jut out over the street in places. It is getting towards nighttime. You have these getting into the dock ward. You have the city of Waterdeep is covered in lanterns. Right, there are lampposts. And there's a guild responsible for going around lighting those lampposts, right, every night. So someone comes around with a long stick with a torch at the end and lights each of the candles in the lampposts. All the lampposts here are all shattered with the candles removed. So like someone's come by and stolen the candles, right? And this is normal, right? It's not like this is something that just happened. It's like you go into the dock ward and yeah, people are stealing candles because they want the candles, right? They're not.
So, Sean, as I see this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast light from my wand,
Sure.
and our party is going to have illumination out to.
It should be
20
6
feet.
Oh, okay. What,
It says 1 hour duration, 20 feet. So yeah, I'm gonna cast light, and we're gonna have 20 feet of visibility as we navigate through this. Just at the end of my wand.
So okay, so you're just gonna leave it at the kind of the Harry Potter
it's
light at
just
the end of the wand. Okay.
Yeah, Lumus. Yeah, because that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, you could
it's
cast it on.
also the same effect that I think a lot of us probably from looking through our inventory have like
Torches and stuff.
because we have torches and things like that,
Mhm.
but we haven't explicitly said that. So I'm
Well,
just
I
gonna
will-
like for free.
I will
light the
say
way.
that light is enough to make a big difference for you guys because all of you have dark vision. So with dark vision, you cannot see in the dark. It's a little bit of a misnomer. but you could see in low light. So that light spell will cast enough light for you guys to see pretty decently.
60 feet.
Yeah.
That's what dark vision.
It would actually be more
with
it'd be,
light.
It'd be 80 feet. So you'd be
80. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I would like just like as a hey guys, like hope a CVS comes to this corner soon, and then like light, a little wand light, so we can see as we're traveling.
as you guys continue through these rundown buildings, you could tell where the money in the city stops, right? The money sort of stops at the castle ward. Going down another street, you find you pass a shop that kind of stands out, looks a little bit peculiar, stands out from the others. The window facade, right? It's got that kind of England style window facade or Old Town style window facade, square front with the big display glass. The window facade is painted in like a chipped, worn out purple paint, and in that window facade is a big purple beholder, just staring at you guys down the street. And then elaborate
Like
gold.
an actual color?
It looks like it. Elaborate gold lettering says "Old Zoblob Shop."
Zoblob?
Zoblob.
Can I roll a investigation check? Because I am scared of that beholder, knowing what I know about the gangs involved and where we're going. All right, so I roll a 10 plus 5 investigation. 15.
It appears to be stuffed.
Aw,
Stuff.
cute.
It
Is
appears,
is it
and
being
let me clarify.
Like
Taxidermied. It is a
Okay,
taxidermied
not like-
beholder,
Not
stuffed. Like not a stuffed animal. It is a taxidermied beholder.
Taxidermy beholder. Okay. Interesting.
So that
So they
sucks.
can be killed.
What do y'all think about this? Because I think that sucks, and I don't want to walk next to it. What do y'all? I would blow that up. I will do it right now. I will light that on fire. I don't want to walk next
That
to it.
alignment's just going more and more out the
I
window.
know, God.
No,
Jeez.
well, scaredy cat's not an alignment, okay? And I don't appreciate the.
Well, why don't you just keep walking? Don't
Well,
look that
okay.
way.
I will right after you walking down the street there.
I'm just gonna
with
keep
your-
walking.
And I walk forward.
I've seen already. So,
So you guys, the three of you, kind of move forward, and Godrick very much takes a wide berth around the shop window. As you guys pass, there's a bit of a lavender scent. This like purple lavender smoke coming out that you smell, and eventually you guys get to an alley that runs between, and this is what I was talking about, where a lot of the buildings face into the alley, right? In between Net Street and Fillet Lane is not far from that shop is the Skewered Dragon. It looks like a ruin. You almost are not sure that it's open. Both of its front-facing windows are shattered and almost like completely gone. Just very faint evidence of glass in the corners. There is a ship's anchor lodged in the roof. And you would think, again, that this is not an
do
active...
ships fly in this game?
There
Are they flying ships?
there are flying ships. They're not
Okay.
common in Waterdeep, and they probably wouldn't have dropped anchor on this building. This is like an ocean.
Okay.
You could see barnacles on the anchor, right? Like,
You said Net Street and Fillet Lane.
correct.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. Like this is very exactly.
Yeah, that map is killer. If you could find
Yeah.
things on it, that map is killer. I just don't.
Right to the left of the S and South Ward. If y'all are looking at the map, you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah. So see, you've got that like space between those buildings. a lot of those will,
the courtyard area.
Yeah, a lot of those will be shops and taverns and stuff. We're probably looking at the very tail end of that. Oh no, probably that biggest building in the center is probably where we're talking about. I don't actually have like a marker for it. You would think this place was closed if looking in you didn't see that there was lamplight in there and a group of patrons drinking.
How close are we to where was lost?
As close as this is where he was last seen. Was inside this tavern.
I'm gonna go into the tavern.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with her.
I'm assuming there's a bartender of some sort.
Do y'all think that would you like us to wait outside as reinforcements to not all come in? Like what like
I don't think I think Daerwyn's just doing her own thing and I'm following.
But you're the expert in this. Like at its base, we're apprehending some or like trying to find somebody, and I'm deferring to you as the expert in us trying to find somebody.
Oh, so he's the criminal. I thought this was like a rescue mission. I was confused.
No. He is not a criminal.
He's not. He is. No, he's not a criminal.
We said apprehend, so I was like, oh.
Well, no, I don't mean. I mean recover.
Anything that's gonna not. I don't think anything is. If there's anything that's gonna happen, it's not gonna be detrimental if you're inside or outside. Because.
Are there any games being played or any
you recognize
one of those?
Yeah, you recognize some people playing Three Dragon Ante, which is sort of like blackjack, sort of like poker, kind of in the middle.
Can I go sit with them?
Yeah.
Not be invited. I just want to sit down awkwardly.
Yeah, I understand. Invited. Yeah, they kind of look at you. They look at the fact that you have relatively nice, clean armor, but then they see you're a scarred half-orc, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure, of course." Right? Like, yeah, of course you're here. Daerwyn, you go to the barkeep, and just asking about his whereabouts.
I'm not gonna ask for a pint first because that's a good way to get a bartender to start talking to you is if you order a drink from them. So a pint, please.
Go ahead and mark off. A pint here is going to be 2 copper, and if you don't have copper in your inventory, subtract 1. Silver and then add 8 copper back because 1 silver is
subtract 1 silver
and then add 8 copper back because a silver is 10 copper.
And add 8 copper.
Sean, in this establishment, is there security or a bouncer?
There looks like there is someone who's sort of standing by the door. They have a drink in their hand and like a club, like a wooden spiked club leaning next to them. They're either a bouncer or someone who has taken up the role of a bouncer. Whether or not they're employed is,
When Daerwyn is done with their conversation, I would like to talk to that person.
Okay. Daerwyn, what do you want to...
So I get my pint, and I'm going to ask the barkeep. We're looking for a patron, possibly. Who's been around these parts?
I haven't seen him.
I haven't described what they look like.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to describe, because I don't remember off the top of my head what they look like, so Daerwyn describes what Floon looks like. Have you seen him?
Redhead? Yeah, they stuck around after the, prissy rider boy left, met another friend, old Open Lord's son.
Who?
Real quick, the Open Lord, I'm going to explain this to you. The Open Lord is like the governor of the city. Waterdeep
What's he doing down here?
Well, so Waterdeep has a very specific government structure. Waterdeep has the Open Lord and the Masked Lords. The Masked Lords technically rule the city. There are a number of Masked Lords, somewhere between like 15 and 30. All their identities are hidden. No one knows who they are. It's a secret.
So they're the Illuminati.
No. Think about it more like, it is an altruistic group. Like, they were set up. The reason they're set up that way is so that no one knows who they are, and you can't bribe them or influence them, right?
Okay.
So it's meant to cut out corruption. The Masked Lords supposedly
It feels kind of corrupt right now.
Well, the Masked Lords supposedly come from all backgrounds, all walks of life, all professions, but no one knows because they're all hidden. The Open Lord is sort of they don't have as much power as the Masked Lords do collectively, but they're the public face, right? So they're the public face. Someone needs to be the public face. They're the public face. The current Open Lord is a woman named Laeral Silverhand. She is, to quickly describe Laeral Silverhand, she is a famous adventurer who has probably been alive for 800 years. Again, she's human. There's lots of these human characters that somehow have had longer lives than they should. As far as you're aware, Laeral has no sons or daughters. So,
What?
yeah, but he says, yeah, he was with that spoiled rich brat, the Open Lord's son.
And did they leave together?
They did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you see whereabouts they went?
Yeah, out that door.
Cheers.
Godrick, you're talking to the bouncer.
I am, and give me a distance between the bouncer and the bar.
Oh, probably 15, 20 feet.
Okay, so I could hear.
Few meters. Yeah, you would have heard that. He wasn't. He was basically. He doesn't have any
Shit
volume
talking.
control. Yeah, he doesn't have any volume control.
Yeah, but I know. Hello, brother. I know you see all kinds here, and you're really, just making sure no one pulls out cold steel. But that we know that our friend left with what you could call a celebrity, the Open Lord's son. Are you familiar with that character, the Open Lord's son?
Laeral Silverhand doesn't have a son.
Progeny then. Young, familiar.
What does that mean?
Okay, so anybody he spends a lot of coin. I know that you must see people who pass through here, VIPs, that type.
They sure. I know who you're talking about. They sure acted important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that red hair brat.
Yeah. When they left the door, I know you're positioned here in the threshold. Did they head north perchance, or
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Make it worth my while, and I might tell you.
If you really know, I'll tell you what. If you have actionable intel on this, what I'll tell you is I'll give you 3 gold right now, and if you tell us where we can find that person,
He holds out a big, meaty hand that's missing a finger.
I will come back. I will come back, and I will give you 10 gold. If we find that person,
He scratches his head.
and you can,
Kinda
you,
confused.
my name is Godrick. I'm known around here.
Here's my
and,
question.
So, yeah.
Do you plan? Are you telling him the truth? Do you plan on coming back and giving him 10 gold?
I am telling them the truth.
Okay, so
Yes, and I will roll to enforce.
I was
that
gonna
I'm
say,
telling
no
the truth. First of all, I will roll
roll
persuasion.
required. He believes you. He holds out his hand for the 3 gold.
Then I will give him 3 gold immediately with
And
no
then-
hesitation.
And he puts 2 of them in a coin purse, and the other one you see him stick in his boot. And he says, "Yeah, the redhead brats left. They went," and he points back down towards where you came, back towards the old shop. And he says, "And they was followed. They was followed by these 5 other guys we'd never seen before. They has them snake tattoos."
Well,
So now the question is, do we go to the store or do we
I
investigate?
do appreciate you.
All right. So yeah, there you go. He tells you exactly where they
So
went.
I would like to.
Oh,
I would
he
like
also tells.
to,
Sorry, he also tells you, because you bribed him very well. He also tells you, he's not that familiar with those 5 guys, but the word from other people in the tavern was that, they're known to frequent a warehouse on Candle Lane, and to look for the snake symbol on the door.
So, table talk
Mhm.
question, Sean. Is there any sort of AOL Instant Messenger or owls or some sort of mailing
Sure, certainly.
situation in Waterdeep?
There are a number of different forms of communication. First and foremost, the most common, like, if you have a little bit of money, the most common way to send a message is through something called a paper bird.
Mm-hmm.
And you write on a paper bird, and then it kind of folds itself up into origami and flies away. And that'll work.
How direct? Like, do I have to be somewhere to do that, or can I just do it?
Assuming you have one, it would just
I have this device.
yeah, it would be something you have to have. And let me see what
Who would sell it?
let me see what the actual cost of a paper bird is.
Excuse me, Spencer the bouncer.
Well, so real
would
quick, I will
you-
say those that are less affluent would use they would just pay a runner. They would pay a street urchin to go deliver a message or something, or a porter or some sort of other.
I'll do that. I would like to send a message.
Okay.
So whatever. Do you happen? I'm sure. Do you have any whelps or younglings around that are reliable?
So
to send a
he
message?
says, "Look, for the 3 gold, I'll just deliver. You already paid. I'll deliver the. What do you want to send?"
Well, I just I would like to send a message to Yagra to meet us. We have a mutually beneficial
Okay.
business proposition to discuss with Yagra, and she's gonna remember us. She owes us.
Sure.
we really helped
So
her out of
you
a jam.
let him know where to find Yagra, and she. Do you want to meet her? Where do you want her to meet?
Hey, guys, where should we be?
I want to
should
go back
we
to the
meet?
beholder shop.
Yeah,
Same.
I like the beholder too.
Okay.
Yeah. We're get a message to anyone in our party. It's Vandal, Daerwyn, Aurelia, like we all, any of us, all 4 of us, just see us at the
I got you.
know,
Dark
big hole in the
elf
ground.
lady, half-orc lady, dwarfman, lion guy. Lion guy. I think she'd remember lion guy.
Yeah, I think if you just say lion, like you'll see the one lion. So
So you guys head back up to the old Zablob shop, and
Is it old with an E on the end and shop with 2 P's and an E?
OLDE.
Old shop.
so you notice that it looks like it was, but the E and the extra P and the E have been painted over. So it at one point was old Zablob shop, spelt in like Old English, and it's been corrected to be in correct
Incorrect.
In common,
Is
in
the
modern English.
lavender smell still wafting? Are we still getting that
yeah.
lavender
So
scent?
so there's a
Lavender?
as you guys sort of peer inside, that lavender scented smoke just fills. And is anyone staying outside? I should know.
Does it look
No, I'm walking
operational?
straight
in.
Like, does it
Yeah,
look like
yeah,
it's
there's a-
open? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
there
I'm going
looks
in.
like
Is it
there's-
open? Can we go in?
Yeah, yeah. The doors
I
half
walk
open.
straight in.
Yeah.
I open it
I'm
all the
going
way and I
Vandal.
go right in.
Do you
Inside.
know where the lavender scent is coming from?
Yeah, from inside this shop.
It's coming from the
Yeah.
shop. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I'm
as
open.
you
I'm
as
going
you
with
sort
Vandal.
of as you sort of step in, you notice first thing you notice, every wall is painted purple.
Let's check.
Every item on the shelf is painted purple.
Painted, specifically painted.
Painted,
purple,
dyed.
over, like
Painted or dyed or already is purple.
Has been made.
okay.
There is a hairless old gnome with sort of dark, dusty gray skin, sitting cross-legged on the counter, wearing old purple robes that are a little tattered. And on his cheeks, he has 9 purple eyes painted. The gnome lowers his pipe and kind of lets out a plume of smoke that you realize this is where the lavender scent is coming from. Whatever he's smoking
Okay.
is the lavender scent. And he says, "Hail, well met. Come browse my shop. Welcome.
What kind of wares is he selling?
I've got a little bit of everything. What are you looking for?" You look around, and it is... The answer to that question is sort of yes. Do me a favor. Do me a favor,
Yeah.
Jess. Roll me 2... Everyone roll me 2 D100. Roll me a D100 twice. And I'm going to go one at a time, and I'll tell you each an item that you see in the shop. I'll tell you 2 items you see in the shop.
I got 52
D100, right?
Yeah. Okay, Jill, 52.
and
and-
80 and 89.
So you see 2 toy soldiers. Their robes have been painted over in purple. It looks like the same purple paint on the walls. One of them is missing a head.
Lovely.
You see what looks like a vial of pretty clearly a vial of blood, but there's luster dust in it, and the luster dust is purple.
Oh, very pretty.
Jess, what'd you roll?
What am I rolling?
2 D100s. So you're gonna have a D10 that has 2 digits on it. It'll have a 1 and a 0,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna have another.
Sean,
and then hold on, you've got another D, and then you're gonna roll that alongside your other D10, your normal D10.
Okay, cool.
What does the
Okay.
double zeros mean? It just means 0.
That'd be 0. If you roll
Okay.
triple 0,
85.
if you roll triple 0, it's 100. If you roll double 0 and another number, it's just a single digit number.
Alright,
So Jess,
so
85.
I roll it twice.
Hold on,
right?
I'm gonna roll it twice.
That's
So
fine,
Jess, you see a diary with a purple cover, and what's the second D100?
19.
Looks like a purple pipe.
I'm
Zach?
sensing a theme.
So I rolled a 97
Ooh, that's high, very high.
and a 32.
The 97, you see a looks like a metal spider.
Okay.
You said what was the other one?
Is it also purple?
32.
32. So 97, 32.
A purple, not a purple. A metal spider seems like not a lot of information for a 97 roll.
It is also purple.
Okay,
You
good.
turn your head.
I just wanted to know if there was any difference in any of the things. there.
You turn your head, and there is a knife that the hilt has been again doused in purple paint. And 9 purple eyes have been painted on the blade. And you go, that's just looks like a regular knife, and then you kind of turn back at the spider. Spider's in a slightly different position than it was.
Ew.
Vandal,
I
Does
rolled
it
a
look
10
alike?
and a 52.
a 10 and a 52. The 10 is looks like a piece of paper. like a rolled up scroll with a kind of purple ribbon tied around it. And 52 is you see I'm gonna change that because Jill also rolled 52. Looks like a dead scarab beetle, about the size of your hand, also purple.
Can I roll for insight?
Sure.
Can I
What
roll?
are you trying to determine?
Why is everything purple?
Oh,
Specifically purple.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's a D20, right?
Yeah,
Plus my
D20,
insight?
add your insight.
Give me a good one.
I would also love to know that.
Yeah.
All right, 11 plus 3, 14.
So you could clearly see that this gnome likes purple, and he's kind of he's kind of eagerly looking at all of you. And I should clarify, he's a Svirfneblin, so he is a deep gnome. He is a gnome that is from far, far underground. Like not
Is his
like
skin purple?
his
Sean?
skin is sort of a dark, dusty gray with a little bit of a. Once you look at him, you're like, yeah, a little bit of a tinge on the of purple.
Of purple.
Okay.
Okay.
Second question.
Can I roll?
Oh, I'll let Godrick go
Sorry.
for it because I already did that something.
No.
You're good.
Well,
You're
I
good.
just wanted to know history wise, what I know for the sake of the party. Can I roll a history check to understand significance of purple with a deep gnome?
Nothing that
Or
you.
would I know that?
I mean, I
Or
will tell
does
you
it
without
matter?
I will tell you without rolling. There's nothing significant, particularly. Some
He's
of
like-
some underground mushrooms and like bioluminescence might be purple. You know, sort of like this, unintentionally, like right.
Sure,
like some
but
of
it's
the
not.
things.
It's not a like a.
No, there's no
royal cup,
cultural-
Significant
color. It's not-
detail.
Yeah, no
It's not
cultural.
Homie just likes
significant.
purple.
Yeah,
No cultural significance
You
for it.
emphasize purple a
Yeah.
lot, yeah, and homie just likes purple. Okay,
Yeah, everything's
yeah.
painted purple. Everything's purple.
I have so to follow up that, can I do like an investigation roll or a history roll to see what the eyes he has tattooed on his face are?
I mean, I will tell you, they match the. He's got 2 eyes, and then 9 painted.
Well, and
the
they match like the dude we met.
Well, no,
in
they
the,
match. They at least match the beholder in the window that has 1 central eye and then 10
Okay.
eyes around it.
Okay. Interesting.
Can I? Oh, Vandal.
Yes.
He might be a Xanathar guy. Just play it cool. We know that those guys only do violent crime and not white collar crime. Like the
You guys
other
wanna buy anything?
gang that we know.
Can I pick up the metal spider?
I don't think those guys would be
Picking
this
it up.
deep into purple.
Sure, you
This
pick
is
up the metal
deep
spider.
purple stuff right here. That is a pun that I just made.
Can I inspect the spider? Can
Yeah.
you tell me anything about it from me inspecting it? Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah. Well, I will. I mean, pretty simply. You turn it over. It looks like it has gears. Like
That's why it
around the
moves.
legs.
Okay, it's not alive. Right. Okay.
Mechanical.
That answers my question.
Yeah. But
Just want to
he
make sure
just
it wasn't
let
enchanted.
he just let her
yeah,
in the shop. He was okay with her picking up an item.
yeah.
Just looking at it.
I'm browsing. I'm shopping.
Yeah, browsing. Yeah. So
Can I?
He has this.
Can I talk
He has this
to
little
our
like.
gnome friend?
He's got a little fish bowl with like some purple water in there, and he just sort of
Okay.
blows out his lavender. Exhale.
are you trying to say like smoke on the water?
Yeah,
On the water.
Right now.
You're welcome.
Son of a bitch.
Deep purple smoke on the
I
water.
knew it. It was there the
is
whole
the-
time.
is a
Deep
pun.
purple and smoke on the- Damn you, Sean. Damn you.
All right.
Also, I love you.
So,
I'll sell you that for 4 gold.
What does it do?
It's a spider that's purple.
I've already got one in blue, so
Sometimes when you look away from it, it moves.
Awesome.
my one at home does that.
Brilliant.
Okay,
I'm gonna put it back down.
sure.
I'm gonna put it back down, but
Put
I'm
it
gonna
back
nod
down.
very thankfully.
You turn away, and when you look back,
oh.
it's completely in a different spot.
Can Can I go up to them and like ask him the question and like, have
Hello.
you seen this guy? Hello.
What's he look
Question
like?
for you, my friend. I described to him what our dude looks like because I personally forgot.
Oh, he looks. Oh, so you're telling me very handsome man with red hair and a few
Handsome
scars.
with red hair. Yeah.
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 Okay.
And man jewelry. Lots of man jewelry.
And man jewelry. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
You want to buy
necklace
some man
thing.
jewelry? He pulls out a single bead, like this size. That's been like this. He pulls out a single bead that's been painted purple. And he goes, "You want to buy a bead?"
Hey,
No.
sir, I would love to, I would love to
Very
buy a
pretty
bead.
breed.
How much are those beads?
1 silver.
Well, sir, I think those are such fantastic beads, and not only are we interested in your wares, we're interested in your information. I'd like to give you 1 gold for one of those beads.
He hands you over the bead. Great, I found that outside after that guy your friend described got mugged.
What, he got mugged?
Got mugged.
By who? Who mugged him? Was it, did they, tattoos?
Why come no tattoo? Tattoo? Tattoo?
Did
Why
they-
come no
got-
tattoo?
No,
No,
so
no one
he
likes the
mugged-
idiocracy reference. Damn it. Okay.
No. Sorry.
No, it's too close to American politics.
Yeah, I know, right?
Escapism here.
He says, one of them had, I did notice a tattoo on one of them. It was, what do you call those long things? With the
A
fangs?
dragon?
A snake?
A snake?
That's the one. That's the one.
Snake?
Yeah. hmm
Was it a snake or did the snake have any attributes that you would say attributes?
Oh, I just saw the
common?
head coming out of the back of his shirt.
Understood.
How many of them? Were there
also,
5?
No, there were 7 total. Yeah,
No, the men that mugged them, there was 5, and then there was the 2 men that got mugged?
that's right.
Okay.
Man,
So
men that got
who
mugged.
was but besides the redheaded gentleman with the man jewelry, who was with him when he got mugged?
Another guy, frilly coat.
Where did they go to next?
Did he have a mustache?
Did he
A
look?
really
Did he
nice
look
curly
like
mustache?
a mustache? Did he look like his biography could
I did.
include celebrity writer, thought share?
Oh no, you're talking about Volo. Volo comes here all the time. No, that other guy.
Yeah, you know.
No, that other guy did not look like Volo. That other guy actually looked a
No,
lot
and
like Floon.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, so 2 floons.
Huh.
2 Floons. I mean, you never told me his
Yeah,
name, but they looked like 2 Floons.
Oh,
I technically did without saying I did.
Okay.
yeah. So
Where did they go after they got mugged?
They dragged him, and he points, which matches where you had been told Candle Lane. I don't know the actual direction of Candle Lane, but
Wait, they dragged both of them?
Mhm.
They render them unconscious and then drag them. Both
Yeah.
of them were
they were both knocked unconscious, dragged.
Our
Taken.
our floons.
The Floons.
okay,
double
okay,
points.
buddy.
Yeah.
Also, like, what's the constable law enforcement situation? Did you ring a bell? Did you light a red candle or a flare or was there any?
Did you alert
Did
the
you feel
authorities?
any
Yeah,
sort of,
I did.
problem?
I did shout, "Hey, do you guys want to buy anything?"
I have a bee.
Oh, okay, so that's the vibe. That's the vibe here. Like, not.
That's kind of the vibe down here. Yeah.
I understand. Well, I get the.
Okay.
You know, I'm from up north. I don't understand the vibe all the time. Thank you. Really, I'm gonna treasure this bead.
Thank you for coming to the old Zoblob shop.
I want to go to Candle Lane.
So when you guys step outside, you do see Yagra approaching.
Mm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Who is she
Well, you
approaching
you
specifically?
summoned
Godrick,
her.
probably.
Well, so I
technic-
sent that runner.
Yeah.
I sent the bouncer to find Yagra.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I talk to them?
What could I do for you guys?
Hey.
Thanks for helping me earlier, by the way, today. You guys did great against the troll.
Is that what I sound like to you
Really
guys?
appreciate it.
No, you sound normal. Yagra is just really exaggerated because I'm not gonna do a lady voice, so I'm gonna do the underbite voice instead.
She's got an underbite.
Yeah, she's got the total face.
Yagra, you have no problematic sounding tendencies. I'm very happy to talk to you, and I'm not gonna comment on your underbite because I think it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Personally, as a person with a mouth full of.
I like your
teeth.
fangs.
Oh, thank you. So listen, we did help you with the skeeters. We helped you with them skeeters, and really, we're. I don't want to put you out because I know you got a team, and the family is very important, but it's very important to us to. We're trying to find Floon, and if you're not familiar with who Floon is. They're a friend of YOLO's, and so there's a lot of eyes on this. YOLO's reach, and you know how YOLO can disrupt business.
YOLO,
So
I like how you keep calling him
I'm gonna
YOLO.
keep
Is
calling
that
him
on
YOLO.
purpose?
I say just keep calling him YOLO.
It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose.
I was just accepting it as a character thing.
Because I was like,
our friend
if that's a
YOLO
choice, that's a
Volo.
hilarious choice.
It would be
Our friend
hilarious if it was on
YOLO.
purpose, but I'm just really focusing on.
I gotta say
trying
I
to
don't
remember how
I
do
don't
my voice.
I can't say that I know Floon.
Okay, I know y'all
you have a
catch a lot
network?
of. Y'all catch a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm a member
flies.
of what's called the
Um,
Black Network. Yes, that's correct.
Because
Yeah,
would
so,
you know any rumblings of two muggings, a mugging the other day?
Down here in the dock ward?
a double mugging.
A
Really.
double mugging in the dock ward. Let's see.
Outside of
Yeah, at least-
in this exact location, like
Oh.
literally where we are standing in front of this shop.
No,
where
I
summoned
ain't
you to,
never done a mugging
and
here.
exactly here.
Yeah,
Well,
I ain't.
Not you. Do you know of? Heard any fun stories about this spot?
About muggings.
On the message
No, but that
board.
shop's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's lots of purple.
Yeah, it's very purple. It's very purple.
It's very weird.
You think your friend was mugged?
Okay, so
Oh,
we're done-
by the way,
done
I
with
want to
this.
point out
Well,
if you could see her
we're done with
necklace,
it.
if you could see her necklace, that's what the tattoo looks like. So it's like a it's very small. I know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I see the
So,
little.
hey, Yagura, we're done with this, and what I would like to
Who
do.
do
if
you
this
think
is
mugged
possible-
them?
Don't know,
I have
but
a
I'm done
question
with
for
Yagura's
Yagra.
bullshit, and so.
Wait,
I
David,
would
what do
like
you?
to
Hold on, Vandal. What do you want to ask Yagra?
I want to ask Yagra if she knows about the scene we passed by on our way here initially with the bodies and the goblin and all that stuff. If she knows anything about that and what
She-
transpired.
When you ask her, she spits in the dirt
Lovely.
and then says, "Fucking Manchun Zent's giving us a bad name."
Who?
What's that? Manchun.
So
Would we know
Manchun,
what that is, or what is that?
Manchun is a name that you recognize. Manchun, for lack of a better term, he's kind of like that one guy that I don't want to say on stream that used to lead a really bad group of people sometime in the 40s. He's like that, kinda. He's long dead, but there was something called the Manchun Wars, where him and a few dozen of his clones fought a war against clones. I said clone. Him and a few dozen of his clones fought a war with each other.
And they were Half-Orc? Or
No.
they
Manchun
were-
is a human. He is a human. He's a
Okay.
human like wizard, like
So
like
he's
real
Kang?
Kang. Yeah, he's Kang. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Kang. Manchun.
Yeah, that's a more politically correct way of saying.
But it isn't. Also,
Or a friendly, but a friendlier, nerdier, friendly way.
Yeah.
he's just. He's just
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
He was a very evil man, right?
Yeah.
Manchun was the founder of the Black Network, of the Zentarim. The Zentarim are also called the Black Network. So it's kind of funny that you asked if she had a
Right.
network. It's called the Black. The Black Network is another name for the Zhentarim.
There's a schism somehow in
It
like
seems to be. So Yagra does explain.
genocide versus commerce.
Yagra explains that Manchun had been missing for a long time, but when he came back, it caused a schism. And then she asks, and then she says, "You see, they had the tattoo on their neck. The good ones, you could trust. I mean, you can't trust us, but we've got the tattoos on our arm."
Can't trust us.
So it's essentially it's like two sects essentially.
Two sects of the
same-
Zhentarim. Because
Okay.
you guys are kind of familiar with Yagra, right? Like she's in the bar all the time.
Yeah.
She's never done like she wants to arm wrestle. She wants to arm wrestle all the time, but aside from that, like she seems perfectly fine, perfectly normal. You know.
I
pretty
would
chill.
like to further fuck up my alignment by intimidating Yagra, but in a way that because of our familiarity. So I'd also love to hear other options. 'Cause I-
mean,
just as a half-orc.
I mean, I'll
I'm
tell
just
you.
trying to be.
I will
Oh,
tell
you're
you
right, it is,
that's
like-
the general that's the gist of the information you get from Yagra is that she is not part of that there's a schism and you can tell them apart
She's
by
not really like so. Okay, so like it's not. I called the wrong sect. Is what. You're saying.
well you called the right sect because you got some pertinent information earlier than you're supposed to. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually very. I will say it's very,
appreciate
very
the
clever calling
So-
Yagra in on this one.
Let's do this then. Let's do.
I have a question before Zach does
pers-
his thing. Do we remember
Yeah.
specifically the bodies we passed? They
Had
had tattoos
neck.
on their necks, right?
Yeah,
Were
Yeah.
the ones that had the neck tattoos? It was only that, or did we find anybody with?
you
like,
haven't. The
arm
only one you've
version
seen
of
with the arm tattoo is Yagra.
Yagra,
Yeah,
but everyone else has had
Right.
that, or the
Or
spokes,
the
right?
spokes. yeah, the spoked wheel sort of vibe.
I would like to say the next thing with a persuasion bent
Mhm.
on convincing them. Yagra, I'm sorry. Seem to have misconstrued you and your organization. We
Oh, no,
we
that's what-
appreciate
That's
the,
what I'm here for.
we appreciate the the background, but we're really still trying to find these people, and we need to find them safely. I know that.
Well,
I
you were
didn't
told
mean to,
you were told where to find them.
assume that it was you.
She doesn't. So she takes no offense. So I will tell you now. Yagra is designated as one of your friendly faces for the adventure. So I had you guys each pick one of those characters at the when we made your characters. Most of you picked 3 strings, but
To be
Yagra.
fair, I didn't. You picked him for me.
Yagra-
I didn't pick him. You just told me he was mine. And
Well,
I went,
you.
okay.
I will say you made choices to make
You rolled
3
other
strings
things.
the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yagra was another option.
Hold on.
Um,
I'm sorry. Did I miss? Like, do we? We don't know where Floon is. How do we know? We know where they were drugged in the right direction.
You
We
know
where
that.
they are.
Well, you were told that they frequent a warehouse. That the guys that kidnapped them frequent a warehouse on Candle Lane.
Yeah, we were told
sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't assume that.
No. Yeah, you're right.
boots
But
in
that's
the
that's
dirt
your best.
Until then,
That's your best intel.
I'm just trying to get. Sure, if we were gonna leave, but I'm trying to do something different.
Nail
I
it
can.
down. Okay.
With Yagra, Yagra, I know. I'm sorry that I conflated your 2 goals, and I know.
Oh
that
no,
you're
I'm
very,
used to it.
a very different group, but you must have contention with this group, right? Like you're not working at the same purpose. They are misrepresenting you as a group. Do you have anyone, you included, in your organization that that would like to take action against this group?
No, we're just kind of letting, so long as it doesn't get us into any trouble, we're still part of the same bigger group, so we don't get involved. But that's why those guys came after me in the bar. They thought I was one of the other groups. So I'm used to being confused for them.
See, Yagra, don't you think that and this is a persuasion check, or persuasion.
Well, let me ask,
like,
what's the goal?
To get Yagra's sect of the Zenzis on our side to attack the
Gotcha.
mountains.
When you so you don't need a check for that, but what she will say is she could set up a meeting with one of her bosses tomorrow
That's
evening.
That's as long as it's cool with my group, I think that would be a cool thing to do. As a first step to what will be a large attack, the more allies that we can gather, I think the more it will help us.
Yeah, so she says that she could set up a meeting with one of her bosses tomorrow evening.
Well, thank you,
But
Yagra. I really appreciate
she can't
it.
give us any more information on the Floons or where they were dragged to or anything.
No,
like
because she doesn't know any more.
She wasn't there.
Yeah, she doesn't know any more than you guys do.
And
that. 'Cause it was a
her
different,
sect
it was
of the gang.
different sect,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
it wasn't her gang that did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was my angle.
So that's, I guess we walked towards where the shopkeeper pointed us to, towards the warehouse,
Sure.
right? At this
If I
point?
Yeah.
get a perception check from Godrick and Daerwyn.
All right. Oof. Perception. What's the perception modifier?
Not good.
Where do I find my perception modifier?
It should be in your along with the rest of your skills.
And skills.
and skills.
11.
Ooh,
It's
that's
like
11
wisdom
for me as well.
Oh, wisdom.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
You do notice another bead about 15 feet down the road. A few meters down the road. You notice another bead that matches the one you have in your hand.
This
It's not
the
painted
one that we
the one I bought.
initially?
the one you bought.
Yeah.
It's a clue.
Okay.
It's like
Sean,
the crown of Rick. Are there more? More?
Can we follow that bead?
Yeah.
Or in
So
that direction.
so as you
Pencil and gravel in the beads.
yeah, so
And
as
I'm
you sort
telling-
of
I would like to tell everybody.
yeah, so
you know,
as
hey
as
guys,
you're
this
looking
is
out
that thing, and then
as you're looking out for them, these beads are sort of a bright blue. And as you scratch off some of the purple paint on the one you have in your hand, it was bright blue before it was painted purple. And yeah, you sort of Hansel and Gretel those beads. And it does eventually lead you to Candle Lane. And there's this large sort of I'll read the proper description for Candle Lane here. It's a lot darker here even than some of the other roads. Where I was talking about earlier, the buildings kind of jutting out into the street as sort of overhangs. Here it's even more so. So it's like this very oppressive gloom.
very
All the street lamps are out, except for one single street lamp in the distance in front of the this big 2-story warehouse with sort of a gated front.
Warehouse. Has it got a snake on it? Is there a snake on it?
You would have to get a little closer to see because of the
Daerwyn, what's our approach to you're expert in infiltration. What's our approach to this situation?
Silence.
Should
was
we yep.
Can I do a perception check, maybe? To
Certainly.
see if I can see the snake
yeah.
figure or anything painting on the doors?
Yeah. Are you okay with getting a little closer as well?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Give me
Is there a way I can like sneak
I was gonna say,
without
David,
getting into the eye?
My light has gone out because
No light. I wanna be- yeah, I wanna
it's-
be in the
It's
dark.
an hour duration, and I feel like this has been an hour.
It's probably been about an
In
hour,
real
but unless you tell me otherwise, I will just assume once you've cast it once, you will keep recasting it. Unless
but
you tell me
in
otherwise.
this situation specifically, we're not announcing our presence,
Okay.
and I'm not casting
So the
light,
light is not
anymore. So light's not there.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid of making our approach known.
Certainly.
I don't want to make us stand out.
So what are you saying, Sean, about me, by the way, before I
give
do
me
this
a
perception check?
you are a rogue. Let's do this for a first time. Roll me a stealth check.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh god damn it! Why are you doing that?
10 plus 5, 15.
15. Okay, and then you can roll me either perception or investigation, your choice.
I mean, they're both the same, so I guess I'll do investigation. But they're both technically the same.
Okay.
9.
9. Okay. Please hold while I prep some stuff here, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Also, before I would like to address the party before we make our next move.
Okay. Go for it. Do your thing.
Friends, I have the ability to using my powers, I can go and I can open that door. It's like an
Is this while David's sneaking?
An unseen companion while David's still sneaking, Vandal's still sneaking. I have the ability to do a further check. If we would like to see the response of opening this door, while
Do we want to open the door before we know what we'd do?
I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
Presenting
I
the
do not
option.
want to open that door until we know what David's
Yeah, let me go
found.
check the door first. Yeah, let me go
Alright,
check the
hold
door
on, I'm
first,
making
see what I
sure. I'm
find.
making sure all your tokens have vision, because right now all your tokens can't actually see. So if I put you on this map, you'll be blind, and I don't want that to happen. So just give me a second.
Question on the layout of the facility.
Mhm.
Am I able to ask that? Is it like a warehouse where it's like it looks like it's 2 stories, but there's only 1 level?
Oh, good question. It looks like part of it is a big open warehouse, and then part of it probably has
Actual 2 stories.
an actual
Like it's like
second
a
story.
big middle
you're
section
actually
that's just floor to roof.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
offices and rooms around the edge
Okay.
in some way.
Maybe is it more of a warehouse or a hangar type of thing?
More of a warehouse. I'm going to give you guys a vision on that in a second. Give me.
Okay. In the meantime, hi chat.
But
Kind of a
but,
pain in the
but
butt to do
remember,
this.
Our shenanigans.
but remember, if we should like to do a test action, I could open a door or do something like that with no consequences to physical harm for our party.
Noted. But let me go check the door first. What if there's a bomb attached to the door? It's like Call of Duty.
Sorry, guys.
Chat, if someone gifts 10 subs right now, I will debut my metal version of Duel of Fates live on Twitch.
Oh!
After everything though.
It's
After
so
everything.
good.
Is that too low? Should I make it 20
You want
subs?
this.
No,
You
no,
want
no,
this.
stop. Because I can't
25
monitor,
subs.
because I can't monitor that right now.
Do it during the
Um,
chat. Do it during the chat portion of the show.
The Q&A. Yeah. Also, I want to hear.
If someone gifts 25 subs, I'll show you my mellow version of Duel of Fates and the very, 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 very rough version of my Mandalorian theme,
Oh, yes.
which these guys have heard, and they can.
Oh
attest
God,
to
Roll
how
20 got so
fucking
much
awesome it
scarier
is.
just now, Sean.
Oh, it's so dark in here.
Can you guys all do you guys all have some amount of vision? If you guys look at if you guys find your tokens
It's,
on the map.
Yeah.
Like a butt.
If I move my, I want to check.
Oh, hold on.
Zach,
yeah,
hold on,
I
Zach.
got it.
I'm using your token for
didn't-
something. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I was
Sorry,
about to say,
sorry.
I did not move him there.
No, I
My
did.
token
I
is
did.
freaking out.
I'm giving you the outline of the building.
I love that. I love that for me. In Godrick.
So you guys should all
So y'all,
see
this is a
the.
big
I believe
square.
you guys should all see the outline of the building. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's properly set up. So.
And I think we're outside though, right? So all we see is just the outside, technically.
But right click and drag on the PC, and you can look around the building. You see it
Yeah,
as
please
a square.
don't move yourself too far, David.
Hey, I saw
Because-
nothing. I
Leroy!
saw nothing.
So this is gonna.
Leroy Jenkins,
All right.
the dwarf, just ran into the campaign.
So roll.
Jenkins.
Roll 20 will account for lighting and your character's visions, right? It should. I don't know if I have it set up properly, but it should share vision across.
It does look like it. I'm gonna test it. Yeah, it does. It's just not like your pertinent vision. Like I moved myself, and I still know what the geography is, but I don't see active.
Yeah, so it should
in that
update
space.
once you've left an area.
Yeah.
It should keep some amount
Geography
of
wise, I know what the space looks like. When
yeah
I move around, but I can't. I don't have active vision on what's in there.
yeah. So
I'm gonna move myself back though because I feel like I was not.
All right. So, Vandal, if you move yourself up to
Yes.
one of those gates right there,
Any one of these gates?
these ones right here.
Right here? Oh gosh.
So that is where you go and sort of investigate, and that does in fact have that serpent mark painted across that big gate. This here is like a sort of fence. This is fencing, and then you've got these two gates here. The gates don't appear to be locked.
Can I convey that to my team that I found the door with the serpent?
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Well, I tell the team. I found the door.
What?
I found the door.
What do you think we should go in?
And that leads sort of into the yard.
Into the yard. Can we see through the fence into the yard?
Yeah. The yard
Kinda?
is empty.
Yeah, let's open the
I'll
door.
go
The
first.
yard's empty.
I'll go. Yeah. Jill's going.
That's good. Do you guys want to give me
Go
a
first.
marching order?
I'll
Yeah.
go first.
So what's our marching order,
Yeah.
Daerwyn?
I guess.
Your one
Well,
first.
do we need
So
someone to open the door?
hold on. I'm gonna take control of your characters for this. While we're
Okay.
not
Go
in
for it.
until we're in combat. So Daerwyn's gonna go first. Who's going second?
I'll go.
Is the door
Well, I
unlocked?
think
Did I-
Vandal,
did I
like
manage
you're going in with him.
Yeah.
I will as a caster and somebody that has some healing, go in last
Going last. Okay.
if that's okay.
Sure. So
Yeah.
this
I think
this
that's smart.
you see there's a normal door over here. I hope you can all see where that ping is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have a big sort of warehouse bay door right here. And then a little side door to that right here. The part that, Jill, you had asked if it looked like it was all 2 stories or more just a 2-story size warehouse building. Past this door looks like that's where the second story is. This portion looks like it has 2 stories, whereas this portion looks like it's the sort of warehouse
One story looking like 2
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
Okay.
Sean,
It's just floor to ceiling.
at this point, are we entered into this
No.
holding this lobby?
This little open area.
Yeah.
It's a little
So
more. We're not necessarily worried too much about exact positioning right now.
Sure. So
It's just a matter of
what I would like to do is just use. I would like to investigate
Mhm.
if I have any perception of like usage, like a keypad next to any of these doors, or like a door that looks more worn, or like like footsteps, like the mat looks more, or the ground underneath looks more worn. Like where do
certainly.
once most people enter this room,
it's pretty
where do
clear that
most things
yes.
go?
So you can tell there's a lot of movement to this big bay door. You would assume because that's where they're moving boxes through, right?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check or a survival check would work to see a little more detail.
Did you just say
While he's doing that,
17
What
plus
are we
it's a
surviving?
22.
Well, survival is more like survival skills, right? Like hunting, tracking,
Oh,
looking for food in the wilderness, stuff like that.
It's a 22
right.
22, and that was investigation.
investigation. Yeah.
Okay. This door clears to have more worn, like hardware. So the hinges, the door handle, stuff like that. This door looks like it doesn't get much use.
Okay. Y'all, obviously this is some sort of warehouse situation, and but I would like to say the door to the north looks like more of what the people that we might be after are using. I'm afraid of the big bay door and the door next to it opening into a large area that we might not be able to control. And if do y'all want to sneak around? Daerwyn, you're might know more. Vandal, the sneaky parties.
I'm
Jess,
going
you
upstairs.
Jess, you're
I would
you're
suggest-
a half-orc, and we have lots of half-orcs in this. What, any sort of
I'm going
insight
upstairs.
into this group?
I'm
I
going
would-
upstairs.
I would.
Well, so it's I should
I
say
would-
this door doesn't
would-
open upstairs, but it opens. That's the section of the building the upstairs is above.
Is there a way I can climb upstairs?
It looks like through the back there is a there are some windows on this back end. To the north.
Can I do that?
Certainly.
I will spot. I'll come and just spot Daerwyn just from the ground, just making sure that no one disturbs them when they're climbing.
All right, Daerwyn, if you can give me a athletics check.
Mike, so question.
Are there any
She's
windows to
going
peer
to-
into?
On the second floor, yes.
Oh, dang it.
On the second floor, and she's climbing up to the second floor.
Yeah, so on the
So
second
this
floor.
this
Sorry,
door to the north, it only leads to the second floor.
No. That leads to the bottom floor, but the second floor is above that bottom floor. Right. So
But
this
in this
Okay.
situation, Jill is going
so
back
just-
outside.
just for I'm gonna draw here real quick. So this portion of the building above this, I don't know if that's being drawn or not.
No, it's not. Oh,
above
yeah, there it is.
above that portion of the building, that's just looks like it's just open warehouse. Above this portion of the building, that's where there is a second floor above this bottom floor.
But you're
There's a
saying
first-
that.
a first floor.
But I'm
and-
you're
saying-
saying that Jill
I'm
is
saying
coming
this
over
door.
to-
Who's drawing squares?
I was, but that's what I thought I was understanding.
Oh god,
where
yeah.
you were
That's
saying
where
that Jill was-
the windows are over on that side of the building. Yes.
Okay.
And can I look down to the first floor from those windows, or from like the second floor?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. What's your athletics check?
I got a 15.
15. Okay.
It-
Because I have to be ready to describe those rooms, so bear with me while I get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is an open window here, Jill. I'm going to move your token because you need to be on a different part of the map here.
I'm also going with Jill.
You're give me an athletics check.
Okay. I mean, I to be clear, I was going with Jill.
Oh, just
where
spotting outside.
Jill was gonna climb. Like I was gonna be like if Jill was climbing a different part, I was gonna be at the ground level, not trying to
Okay.
climb with Jill, but spotting Jill like in a belay situation or something.
Sure. She does climb up to the next floor. I need to, Jill, I don't know if you could find your token on this map now.
I don't think so.
Because you're on.
I see me way over there.
Oh, you don't have vision and light, it looks like.
So, question: while they're going up the second floor, can I try to unlock the door on the first floor?
Hold on.
That door in the north?
I need to make sure this light is working correctly.
Yeah, go for it. I'll ask again. Aurelia, do you want to follow me into the first floor? Let's get into some shenanigans.
Yes.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
homie.
absolutely. Let's go.
Hey,
They left us alone, so now we're gonna go do our own
They
thing.
did. They left us without talking to us.
Jill, do you just see a
went.
black room?
Yeah, my token is stuck in the void of blackness.
Okay. All right, please hold. For some reason, this is not working.
If it's too difficult, I can
Yeah.
just veto
No.
and
Can we-
climb to the second floor.
can we explore how amazing the art and the emotes and everything for this channel is in this brief period
Interlude.
of mechanics? Let's just take a moment
Oh, does-
and acknowledge how
Also, here's a-
awesome all the stuff is.
The art is honestly probably the coolest part of doing all of this. It's just all seeing our characters come to life has been absolutely insane. Genuinely.
Just insane of like just like, hey, yeah, it's a lion with like a wand and like maybe like some armored trench coat, and then you get like what? Oh my god, it's
There we go.
just so stunning, so stunning.
Yay.
Yeah. It made it very real. Does that make sense? Like it was all in that. I don't know how how much you want to pull the curtain.
That
but,
is
like,
an accurate.
We've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
And then
so
when we
here's
saw the art, it was like, oh, it's fucking happening.
so
now.
real
David.
quick.
God.
Here's
Also, isn't it like typical that the white folk just go off in a horror movie and they want to split the gang up and they just leave us, and so we have to go and fend for ourselves. We're like, cool.
I'm glad you brought
I
it
was
up.
about to say,
I wasn't gonna
I'm
say
with the. Oh
anything,
no,
but,
I just yeah, it is. yeah.
but
all right. So real quick.
Whoa!
Real quick, here's how we're going to do this. We are going to go into an initiative turn order here. And the reason for that is because you guys are splitting the group. So,
Mistakes were made. It's okay.
y'all made decisions.
fine.
Well, then put
decisions
Godrick
can
up
be
there.
made. Can we be honest?
I will.
I
I
love
will.
Godrick.
The-
people here.
Zach, I will.
Well-
Your position, Zach, is a little amorphous because of the way this map is laid out. So I'm going to leave you where you're at until it matters where you need to be. You know what I mean?
Well, then I'm staying
Okay.
with the other people because.
Okay.
No, too
Wait,
late.
you're
You
leaving
made your
her,
bed.
leaving her to fend for herself.
That's
Oh my
fine.
god!
Hold
I'm
on.
going with Jill.
Stop. It's fine. That's why I'm leaving where you're at, because now you have the decision to either rejoin the bottom floor or climb up, right? Because right now we haven't made a decision. I'm pausing right here so I can set up the initiative order, and then we'll move on. Hold on. Just relax for now,
I
guys.
was just trying to
Not
spy.
relaxing.
I understand you're not...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no one needs to defend their actions. You all are doing just
not.
fine. If it was a bad idea, I would have warned you and said, "Hey, maybe don't do that."
Probably
I'm
shouldn't
a
go
Sacred
up there.
Flame. I want to cast Sacred Flame on the warehouse.
I believe Sacred Flame has to target a creature.
Well, it's a bonus.
I think it was a brilliant idea, Jill. I know
Yeah.
where you were coming from.
That's what
I like where you're going.
Yeah, if it wasn't, I would have
Yeah.
told you. If it wasn't, I would have said,
Yeah.
"Hey, maybe don't do that." It just means that I got to
'Cause it's-
change how we're running it.
Because as far as we can tell, as far as we know, there's light in there. But as far as we can tell, there's no one really here. It's nighttime already, so it's like we might run into some trouble. We might not, but it'd be good to do some. Like I'm gonna try to do a stealth check eventually to try to get into the door and just like creep around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you know what I have, Aurelia? Just like
Well, now you have Ranger
Be
slash
my
rogue
shadow.
abilities.
Yeah, I
You
have both.
because yeah, it's like the wrong price at Target. Like they have to Sean has to honor your ranger abilities while
Exactly,
also
I agree.
acknowledging your rogue abilities.
Yeah, it's at $3.99 for this box set of the Godfather 1, 2, and 3. So
Yeah.
All right. If everyone can,
Sorry you meant bananas, but
So-
it's the Godfather.
yeah,
if everyone can do me a favor, instead of rolling initiative, click initiative on your sheet, and it should auto roll it.
okay.
And the reason I say
Like
to do
if-
that on D&D Beyond,
Oh, on D&D Beyond.
because what that'll do is that'll actually auto populate to me. So Vandal, you got 13, Godrick 19, Aurelia 14, Daerwyn.
Wait, how do I do that?
Click initiative.
20, roll.
No, click
Right next
initiative.
to your armor. No, right next to your armor class.
Just literally click
Don't roll it.
initiative.
Just click initiative.
Oh. Oh, there it goes. Right.
Thank you. 13. Great. What that does is it auto populates on my screen when I have an initiative built. It'll add it straight to the initiative, so we don't have to go through and do whatever. It just
awesome.
calculates it for me. All right, so now here's how we're gonna do this. Because we're technically not in combat. I'm gonna go
the
through.
technically part of that.
There is a technically there. Godrick, you are at a 19, so you are way ahead of the rest of the party. So.
Right.
What you see Daerwyn climbing up into the window. She seems to get in just
and
fine.
I would like to formally be under that. Like I said,
Okay.
like wherever Daerwyn is like going through the window, like I said, holding the rope, like belaying Daerwyn or just look out, whatever. Like Daerwyn is obviously our most skilled infiltrator. I just am there as kind of a lookout, spotter, whatever.
So that we're going to put you right there on the yard lower level.
Okay.
So if, for those of you that are seeing two buildings here, it is one building. It is the second floor and the first floor of the building, which is why I was kind of leaving you in the limbo, because there wasn't a good spot for you to be until I knew where you were going to end up.
So are you saying that before initiative, Daerwyn's entrance was
No, that is
successful?
that is the last thing that happens before initiative. Daerwyn climbs into the window.
And Daerwyn is in the place.
Daerwyn is on the second floor inside the offices.
Then I would like to join Daerwyn
Okay, so give me an
in the
athletics check.
office. Okay. That's not great. Even though I'm a goddamn lion. It's a 10.
That's fine. That's
It's
fine.
a 11 minus 1.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you don't get below 10, you're good. So, it's pretty simple to climb into a window. You climb up into an office. Daerwyn and Godrick. You climb into what looks like sort of a vestibule between these three sets of doors with two rats hanging out in there. They're not giant rats. They're not evil rats. They're just sort of skittering about into corners of whatever.
Chilling.
Godrick, that was your action.
I know. My bonus action, I would like to... I'm reading between the lines a little bit here. But I would like to roar.
Oh god.
Well, your roar only...
No,
so
please
I will say
don't.
your roar has very
Please
limited
don't.
range. Yeah.
Please don't.
Please don't do
Maybe
that.
don't. Maybe don't,
reading.
please. We're trying to be sneaky.
I would like to pantomime the roar. And I would like to go, like...
Okay.
As my big... I would like to go... Yeah, and just like... Yeah!
Okay. Oh, to scare the rats?
Like that. Like at the rats. To get them
Okay,
to
sure.
go away. That's my bonus action.
They do scurry into the corner of the rooms.
I was gonna say, Daerwyn is
not
gonna be
roar.
so upset if you
Yeah.
climb
Not
up that
roar.
window and roar.
This door...
And then
this
I
door-
heal all the baddies in the whole warehouse.
So, this door here is open. You do have a little bit of movement. So going to this door, you see there's another door out this way. You have the two doors on this corner here. Oh, you can't see where my mouse is. You have this door here, and then you've got the two doors over here.
And
In this room with this other rat. Yeah, none of the rats are fucking with you. Yeah, you're fine. There are a few like desks and like They don't look like they've been any use recently, but there are some desks with like random papers and stuff scattered across. Are each of you being stealthy?
Yes.
Trying to be sneaky?
Yeah.
Can you guys?
Yes.
Well, Daerwyn and Godrick, can you guys roll me stealth checks?
Oh, okay.
A 4. A 4, my
16.
Okay. All right. Aurelia. You're next on initiative. But Vandal isn't far from you, so I'm gonna have Aurelia and Vandal. What would you guys like to do in your first round of initiative?
We're gonna go investigate the other door. Didn't we decide that?
So you
Vandal?
want this door,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that north door. Yeah.
Okay. Switch over the map screen. So, moving in. So immediately inside that door is a pile of crates. This looks like this is like a one-story area in here. You could see some pillars holding up what looks like a second floor. Creeping in, I'm gonna creep you guys here.
Sneaky snakes.
And Aurelia, if I can get a stealth check from you. I believe, and I'm not 100% sure, I believe you have disadvantage on this.
Yeah, 16, but you have -1, so it's 15.
No, but I think you have disadvantage on it. So
Oh, you have to
So
roll
you have to roll
twice.
2d20.
next to does it say
Yeah.
next to? Hold on, I'll check. Does it say next to your stealth? Does it have a D or anything?
It does.
Ooh, that means you have disadvantage.
It does, and a -1.
So roll a second die, whichever one's lower is the die we're going to use. And that has to do with your heavy armor.
To 14.
14. Okay, so 14 total is not bad.
No, it's a 13 because it's -1, so it's
That's
natural 14. Minus
still not-
13.
still-
It was 13.
Still not bad.
Oh, pretty good.
That's still
Yeah,
pretty
still
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, you're still doing pretty good there.
You're not good for the sneaking.
Dude,
No,
I knew that hand way was sneaky. That
That's
hand was so
fine.
sneaky.
13 is fine, and I'm going to move you here just to get the full, some of the full animation there on the lighting. So moving in, you see there is a staircase right here. There is open warehouse this way with large boxes, and you can see there's a balcony above this where this pillar is here. There's a balcony holding up that that side of the room, or the pillars are holding up a balcony going across that.
This
side of
is
the room.
all just one floor, right?
This is
like
just
the
all
ceiling
one
is-
floor, one big open room as far as you can see from here.
Just
Okay.
crates. Do we want to, Aurelia? Do we want to rummage through the crates? Maybe.
Just see what
Is that
they're
something we
about.
should do?
Yeah.
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 So,
But
Right.
quietly.
yeah, I don't know if I
Why
actually have a-
stealth like?
Rummage.
Stealth like. Can we do that?
See.
Just a little sneaky
Master of
sneak.
Dungeons.
Yeah, let me find out. Let me
sneaky
find
looking
out what's in the crates because I don't know.
All right, my logical question should be: should we do that, or should we just move on?
No, I think that's. I mean, I think that's a fantastic idea of identifying like who we're dealing with.
Because we know
They
we
do,
know
yeah.
there's a snake on the door, but we've discovered there's two sects of the snake tattoo people.
Right, like if this is all grain, then we might assume that it's like, you know, more
just
like
happy farmers.
Yagra's set.
Yeah,
Well, didn't
it's-
they
if
have it
it's
on the
all,
neck
like-
though? Didn't they
Yeah,
have the
but that's
tattoos
all,
on the
like-
neck? Which
we're trying to discover
identifies
if
all
it's
them
the
as
neck
bloody-
people or the arm people.
If it's all bloody
There's two,
skulls,
right?
then we can be like, oh, these are baddies. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, these
No,
are
no,
the
but
neck
like
ones.
when
bodies.
we no, because going back to when we were described the people that dragged them off, they were all one of them had it on their neck.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yagra's
Doesn't
one of
that
the
mean
good
that we
ones. She
already
has it on
know?
her arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good. Yeah, the arm versus the
Relatively
neck ones, but
speaking.
also like it would
Better.
tell like, are
Yeah.
we in the right place for there to be some
Yeah.
kidnapped people or
All right,
something?
so,
That's a good point. That maybe if our dude's in one of the boxes, we can find him. Maybe. Maybe.
All right.
Although
So
doubt
if
he'd
I
be
can
one of
get
the
if I can get
barbers.
an investigation check from each of you,
From all of us, or just me and Aurelia?
just the two of you.
Okay, I have a +3 on investigation.
I've got a +0.
So
and it's a 16.
and it's just a roll. It's just a roll
D20,
20,
yeah.
right? Always a D20.
Always a D20 except for damage for the most part.
All right, so 18 + 3, I got a 21.
21. Aurelia.
16.
16.
Natural 16.
So
I
kind
know
of
that
using
right now.
propping up some of the boxes. Vandal, you have a crowbar, so you can pry those open. Aurelia, you can do it with your butcher cleaver if you need to.
Is that silent? Is that sneaky?
No,
Or is it quite
Yeah,
loud?
we're
no,
being super
no. But
sneaky,
you
bro.
guys are both quiet.
With our crowbar.
You could do it.
silent
Okay,
crowbar.
hold on. Time out. Vandal is literally a thief.
Hold on.
This is what he's good
Aurelia
at.
hit
I
her.
know, I know,
Aurelia
I know, I
hit
know.
her face. There's no noise that's being made for this.
So, inside, for the most part, you find some spoiled olive oil, old clothing, bolts of cloth. This warehouse doesn't look like it's been in use as an actual warehouse for a very, very long time.
Okay.
Interesting.
However, Aurelia,
Mm.
you spot over here a corpse.
Ew.
Ooh, let's go investigate.
We're gonna move back upstairs real quick.
After.
Upstairs team.
We'll be back.
Upstairs team. Where would you guys like to go?
Is there a door in here?
There are several
Three
doors.
doors.
3.
There's like 3 doors.
I would
think,
like
right?
to
There's
go
the-
to the door on the left. My
One of
left.
these. Okay.
Yes.
So do me a favor. Give me an investigation check.
That's a good roll. That's a good roll.
Sean,
That would be a
just so you
22.
know, in the future, that is very revealing that these are two nothing rooms and there's a rat inside.
Mm-hmm.
I got 22.
22. I'm trying to figure out why your vision doesn't keep. Everyone else's vision, when they move, it keeps like the exploration distance, but I don't know why yours doesn't.
Yeah, for some reason that was, I don't know if it's a trait of my character. I can still see everything, even through a wall. Once like the threshold of the door is crossed, I
that's
think,
how it's
with
that's
the
how it's
character.
supposed
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to be set up. I don't know why Daerwyn's isn't doing that.
Hmm.
Get it together, Daerwyn.
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 Could I call out to
Daerwyn.
Daerwyn, like, "Hey, you saw like a bunch of..."
well, no, she could. I think she could see the rooms with the rats, right? You could see the rooms with the rats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So these are two more offices, much like this one over here. No other doors out. There's another window out, but you saw that from the bottom floor. With 22, you do find 2 unused paper birds in this.
Oh hell yeah! That's
So you
cool.
can
Take
add
those.
you can add paper bird to your inventory. 2 of them. 2 paper birds to your inventory.
Sean, are paper birds in a situation like just table talk wise?
Mhm.
Say me and Daerwyn are up in this office, and Vandal and Aurelia are downstairs. Could we, if we
Yes.
found like, hey, don't open the third door? Could we
As in-
send paper bird
Uh,
around?
yeah,
and
The paper bird does have a speed, and I don't know what that speed is. I'll tell you right now. The paper bird
in
can fly.
in initiative, it would.
Yeah, it would have an initiative, and it could fly 60 feet around. Sorry,
So-
120 feet around.
So just taking that time, we could
Yeah,
send a message like you're walking into a trap or something.
Yeah, it would
Like,
just
not
take
that
however
we need
long.
to do that now, but that is a useful mechanic
yeah.
for
It would just take however long.
if we're
that it
split up
takes.
like this.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Godrick, what would you like to do?
I suppose now we had 3 options for our doors. I would like to go to the third door in the room that I'm outside of. Can I look through the keyhole or do any sort of preliminary investigation into what's beyond that door before I open it?
Certainly. Give me a perception check.
Perception check. That is not. It's a 6.
Okay.
Modified 6. So
The keyhole is pretty evident, but all you could see is just more kind of dark warehouse beyond that, without much light. When you do open the door, you see that there is a balcony here. Now, I want to point out, this dark void here is looking over the bottom floor.
Okay. Got it.
gotcha. Yeah. So that's the edge of their dead body is. Could I see the dead body from the balcony?
From here, no. From here, no.
Could I walk out onto the balcony because I still have movement?
Peering over, yes, you could.
All right. Does that dead body have red hair?
So because there's no light, you only see in shades of black and gray.
Do I have a bonus action?
Oh, you still have an action.
And I still have an action. I'll cast light. Hold on. I won't do that.
Okay.
I will just quietly stay where I am and crouch until
Sure.
there's better served investigative people. I walk through that light and I walk through that door in a very like stealthily way, and I'm just waiting for Daerwyn,
Or someone else to catch up.
Okay.
or someone else to investigate.
Okay. We're gonna go back to R2 on the ground. What would you like to do?
I mean, we gotta go investigate the dead body, right?
I want to go see this body. I need to figure out what's going on with this
Yeah.
body. Can we loot it?
Yeah.
You could loot it. Certainly, it is.
We
Dungeons,
looted
it is
Hell
Dungeons
yeah.
and Dragons set as part of the game. Looting bodies.
Bro, great minds right here. Great minds.
So now you can see a little bit more
Is
of the
the
warehouse.
hair red?
So now you can see a little bit more of the warehouse. You do see there looks like there's some sort of storage closet here. You see several other bodies littering the floor here.
Ew.
Ooh.
So there looks like you good handful.
No.
One of them kind of nudging the body with your foot. You see it does have the black snake there.
Okay.
The others are sort of non-distinct, various forms of human, goblin, half-orc, half-elf.
Is
various...
it evident how they died?
Yeah, they all have sword wounds and knife
Okay,
wounds,
cool.
and
Just
a
wanted
couple
to
of
know.
crossbow bolts sticking out their chest. Like there are all kinds of different violent ways to die.
How fresh?
They all
How
appear
fresh are they?
very, very fresh.
That's disturbing.
Very,
That's
very
concerning. But
Very,
that's fine.
very, very
fresh.
fresh.
The blood is
Like,
red, not
could
black.
still
as
be
far as we can see.
warm. Like still slightly warm.
No, I wouldn't say warm. Within a day or so. Within a day or so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be back. Whoever did this could be back. Oh, here. They could be here or they could be back.
They could be here. They could be back.
Sean, can I
Yeah.
just have like a bit of understanding of Waterdeep, what our characters would all know? I feel like, law enforcement.
Certainly.
And
One
their
of the
response to things, like, would we be afraid of all of us being in a room full of a bunch of dead bodies that like they would blame us, or
certainly.
that's yeah.
Um,
Is our stature enough in Waterdeep that obviously it wasn't these people? They're trying to figure out what happened. That sort of. What would we understand? About
roll an intelligence check for me. Just a D20 with your intelligence.
All
It's
of
a
us?
one.
or
It's
just
a
Godrick?
it's one. It's
Okay.
a one. So
Um,
it's a lie to me. Daddy.
No. That's actually the wrong thing to do with a natural one. The question is, how accurate will the information be?
I wasn't really trying to figure out what Godrick knows. I was trying to figure out what Zach knows. But...
Generally, well, yeah, but I want to give you a mix of both, right? I will tell you, as players, generally, if the watch arrives from this, the laws in Waterdeep are, which, by the way, you do have a handout for the laws in Waterdeep. The laws in Waterdeep typically are going to cover...
That's not fucking true.
Yeah, it's in that...
we do. It's in relevant game handouts. It's literally the first thing that we ever got.
The stuff to really worry about is murdering nobles and murdering without cause. So if it's clear that there's some sort of altercation, or that you were attacked, or self-defense, stuff like that, that does come into play, and that matters a lot. Presumably you have people that can vouch for you that you were currently doing this, right? If you guys get arrested, get a hold of Volo, and Volo could explain.
Talk to Volo, talk to Purple Man,
or Durnan, or what have you.
Yeah.
So, but these bodies look like they are bodies of the Zentrim and the Xanathar's Guild. Same bodies that you keep finding everywhere. Now, we already have rolled initiative. From the darkness.
Oh boy, that's a sentence that you love to hear.
Vandal. Oh Jesus. Vandal,
no.
Vandal, what is your...
like hearing that.
Is that good or bad?
I like hearing that. I like hearing that.
Jesus.
Vandal, what is your armor class?
14.
14. What is your hit points?
My hit points?
Mm-hmm.
Where would I find that?
Your health, your HP, top right.
Oh, 8.
Okay.
Did you knock Vandal unconscious?
Aurelia.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You suddenly hear a thud as Vandal falls unconscious next to you with an arrow sticking into his chest.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally fluid for this situation. It's fine. I'm on my own. It's cool. Whatever. Can I look at the?
How do you react?
I try to look at the. Did I see it happen
Nope,
or no?
no idea.
I just heard. Oh,
You heard the twang of a bowstring.
I'm going to get behind. Is there anywhere where I can get cover? Anywhere that or pull a dead body over me, perchance?
Certainly. I'm also going to point out you have lay on hands. Vandal is out 0 hit points. If you give him 1 hit point, hold on, hear me out. If you give him 1 hit point, he's conscious again. If you give him 5 hit points, he's got all his hit points back. But if people keep getting knocked out, you only have to do them at 1 hit point at a time, right? You choose how many hit points to give. You can give him 1, and then he's conscious, and then he can move on his turn. But if you give him 5, that's all you got left. That's all of them.
Well, because he just got stuck with an arrow. What's to stop them from sticking him with an arrow? If I just raise him with 1, they'll just.
But if you raise him with 5,
but you could raise him again.
You raise him with 5, then you
with
1.
But if you raise him with 5, you can't raise him again.
Right, but if you raise him with 1, and the damage is going to be 5 or 6.
I can't even talk to him to be like, "What would you like, Vandal? Vandal, how would you like me to?"
This is the decision making.
I'm going to raise him with 1.
Okay, so Vandal, set your hit points to 1 hit point.
Great, dude.
Don't take out the arrow. It's worse.
Yeah, don't pull it out.
Don't pull it out.
Don't pull it out.
I will tell you, none of that matters here in D&D. We don't have to worry about any of that.
I know. I'm just making
it's all
a fun
silly.
That's flavor.
So I've laid hands on him. Can I then get undercover, or was my action laying of hands?
So laying on hands was an action. You've already moved to this spot this turn.
I
So
know, that's what I'm
you got 5 feet left. So where do you want to go with that 5 feet? Which direction?
towards cover.
All right, just go ahead and move
Nearest
yourself.
cover?
Move yourself 1 square wherever you want to go.
Bro, it's because I'm Mexican.
Can I move diagonally? I've heard Nick ask this
Yeah.
question. Can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
move diagonally?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Over here, please. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It's my
Okay.
turn.
No, it's not.
Did I do wrong?
No, you're not. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. All right.
Vandal, you
Sean,
good,
what a-
man?
Point of
How are you
clarification.
feeling?
You said that my warlock
What?
Hold on, I can't.
Wow.
Hold on, guys. No, please don't talk at the same time. Zach, what's your question?
you said that my short rest counted as a long rest for spell slots.
No. Warlocks get their spells back on a short rest.
Do I have all my
but
hit
do
points
I,
back,
so
by the way, or am
do
I
I
still at
also
9?
get my bonus action healing light
No,
back?
that's a
on
long
short rest.
That's
as
a
warlock?
long rest.
That's a long rest. Okay.
Do I have all my hit
Thank you.
points back?
Because that was gonna.
I was missing 1.
You're missing 1.
I'm
You're
still
missing one because I rolled bad and then you drank my drink.
Yeah. I wasn't
Um,
sure if we had a short rest or...
All right. All of you who are currently
Wait, did they hear it up top? Because they're up top, right? Did they hear it?
Godrick saw it. Godrick standing over the balcony. Godrick saw it.
Yeah,
I'm in the
watching.
other room. I'm not there yet.
Okay. Godrick, your turn.
That's what
I don't even
Sean
get to
had
do anything. That's sweet.
said it.
All right.
So
You were
I literally didn't
So
do
here's-
anything. I just got shot.
here's
technically
Here's the deal,
Aurelia.
Scott.
Hold on, David. Technically Aurelia also should not have done anything on her turn. That was me being because your guys' turn was investigating. That was your action and your movement was investigating.
We didn't even get to investigate the body, did we? I don't even think we rolled, did
Nope.
we?
I
Nope,
gave
you died.
it's still
no,
an
but
act.
you did it.
but you
got
did
all
it.
the- yeah, you did it.
Okay.
You guys didn't do it. It's just the way. It's
No,
Well,
I'm
but
just,
you
I'm
didn't
just
have to, like,
clarifying.
you
'cause
didn't
have
I'm
to-
like,
No,
I'm just like, whoa.
yeah. I will.
Sean-
I have
Sean
some
didn't-
commentary.
Sean didn't make you.
I have some commentary on the way this encounter is designed after this encounter because
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Um.
But also, you allowed the instead
right.
of being like use the movement and then roll. You were like, what do you see? And it was just all one action rather than
Right.
us mechanically moving a 5-foot square at a time.
Right.
I think it was the same effect.
It's the same effect. Yeah, we've been in turn order. There have been people acting that you guys can't see.
All right, Sean, I have a mechanics question that I don't know how to read my sheet and
Okay.
figure out. I'm assuming it's 2 regular floors. It's 15 feet from where I'm standing to the ground.
I'll tell you right now.
From my balcony on the 2nd floor, internal in a building.
Yeah, but this is a warehouse. Might be more.
OSHA has got to be 12 to 15 feet. We've already established that OSHA exists in this universe via Jess.
No, Jess claimed it did. It doesn't mean it does.
No, we know. We all know now.
You know what? It doesn't tell me. 2-story building.
What I'm trying to figure out is my if there is athletics or health penalties for me
Dropping
traveling
down.
from this balcony down to the ground.
Sure. Yes, there would be. It would be very you'd take a D6 of damage.
And but I can.
There is a stair. There is
Really?
yeah, really. There is stairs here. I'm gonna move you for a second to clear the vision thing, because you should be able to see
Okay,
more than you
yeah.
can.
That's a lot more stairs than I want. I want to jump out of this square and be on the bottom.
So you would roll.
But that counts in my movement though, not as any actions. for me to.
Yeah, in this case, yes.
Because it's important what I can do when I land.
Mm-hmm.
If I jump and it counts as my action, I don't want.
No, it would be 5 feet of movement essentially because you are dropping straight down.
And then roll d6.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a high penalty, but I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm doing. In roll 20. Do it. Then roll 20 doesn't want to let me, like, I'm trying to roll dice, but it won't let me, so just do it myself.
All right, I'm gonna drop you onto the square you land on. You're gonna be back on the
All
bottom
right,
floor.
D6. Fuck, it's a 4. So that takes me. Do I have like a saving roll or anything against that?
If it was a farther roll, give me an athletics check or acrobatics check. Excuse me.
I don't want. I'm just wondering. I don't.
Yeah, it's a little more nuanced than that, but yeah.
17.
Okay, so you'd only take 2 damage. So you take half of it. Now, the 3 of you that are on this bottom floor, you can see just peeking out this guy here, ducking back after having fired a short bow shot. And you could see, and Godrick, you could see this guy here, peeking out.
I actually can't. I have the stream vmix up, so I can see the guy on the left, but Godrick can't see him.
Sure. You're correct.
So I'm going to shoot at the guy that I can't see. Are we saying he has cover?
He has cover,
like,
so he's gonna. So in this case, it's 3/4 cover, so you'd have disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. So I got my spells back on a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Eldritch Blast the guy on the right, the guy that Godrick can see.
This one.
And you're saying disadvantage?
Yes. Roll d20. Take the lower.
Yeah.
And then next.
That'll be a 10.
A 10.
Modified lower. Yeah.
Okay. That will miss. So you strike one of the boxes. It shatters open. You still have.
Okay. I do have a bonus action.
You still have movement.
A movement and bonus. I'm gonna move.
Aurelia, you're gonna be next.
I'm gonna move here with 15 feet.
Okay. Aurelia, what would you like to do?
I have all my health, so I'm wondering how stupid it would be of me to just charge on in at the one below me and just go in for some combat.
Yeah, I think
you're a paladin. That's what you do.
Yeah, right. Right. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I want to do that, please. I'd like to charge at them. Yeah, yes, please. I'd like to charge at him. Do I need to roll anything?
No. Make an attack roll.
D20.
So roll d20, add your
D20.
Whatever it is for your attack.
It's a natural 18, and then my attack.
Okay.
Oh,
That
where do I
hits.
find my attack?
So it says Warhammer somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be whatever that.
Oh, it's under my. Okay. Ah. Okay, so it's
Hit DC.
+5. +5.
All right.
So
That hits.
23.
23.
And then you roll Warhammer, which is a D8 damage. It should say on there. D8 plus your strength.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want me to roll that in D&D?
Yeah. No, you can just roll a D8 if you've got one.
Well, whoops, I did it in the thing anyway.
That's fine. You can do that too. That works.
So it's a 5 all up.
5
It's not
total.
great.
It is
Yes.
not the best, but it is not the worst. And that
Wait,
was
5. It was what you rolled, or
5
that's
for
with the
damage, yeah.
modifier? Gotcha.
Okay. And we established you currently don't have any valid bonus actions. No. Okay. Oh, Jess, mark off one. Mark off one of your.
Besides waving, I think waving at every point
is
after.
a bonus action.
is
Aurelia,
like you release the lower hand and wave.
mark off one of your points of lay on hands for me.
Oh, okay, yes.
Daerwyn, you are hearing fighting downstairs now.
I assumed, yes.
Yeah.
Are you still in control of my piece, or do I need to control?
I'm going to move your piece just because I'm going to move you to a spot where you can start.
Yeah,
to act.
move me to a spot where I can at least see
Okay.
over the balcony.
So this is where you get, and can you, if you look over into the other room, can you see anything or no? So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you here, where you can start to see. You are technically on the floor above, though.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So
Just put her
I'm
in the top
going
corner.
to.
Well, that's her literal
Okay.
spot. That's her literal spot. Just not.
Just on the second floor.
Mhm.
I can, but yeah, I can know that because I'm gonna get to the ground floor in a second anyway. So I'm gonna start with my longbow.
Okay.
Can I, from where I'm at, can I hit something with my longbow?
Can you see anything?
I see 2 things. I see the one by Aurelia. and
So
the
do
one-
me a favor with your mouse. Long press which one you can see.
Let me see. I believe. Let me see. Yeah.
Just long
I
press
can
and then
see.
release, and it should ping it.
That one.
Okay. Sure. They're gonna have because you're up. It'll only be partial cover. So go ahead and make an attack. Go ahead and make an attack with your longbow. Real quick before you do that, you have bonus actions. You can either mark a target or you can, you can mark a target with a bonus.
I
action.
have to hit it first.
Oh, you hit it first. Okay.
I have to hit it first. So I rolled a 9.
9 does not hit.
Yeah, I figured. But can I use my bonus? Can I use a bonus action
2.
to teleport to the first floor?
Oh, because you can Misty Step. That's true. All right.
It's
Go and
like-
ping
well,
anywhere.
I have blessing of the Raven. It's blessing of the Raven.
It's Misty Step. Anywhere within 30 feet. So 5. Anywhere within 6 squares from where you're at. Actually, I guess it would be anywhere 3 squares from where
Minus
you're at.
15.
Yeah.
I'll go. I move me. I'll
Oh
go
wait,
up.
technically you're over. I'm wrong. That's fine.
Or actually,
no,
can I go?
hold.
I'm excited.
Technically you're here. I
So
was
fast.
wrong.
You're so fat.
So anywhere
Sorry.
3 squares from here, and on the left-hand side of these pillars, because these pillars are the balcony you're on. You have to be able to see where you're going.
Okay, so I will go. Oh, I need to click. I will
Oh
go.
man, I had my theater of the mind of that way messed up.
So did I.
Just
It's fine.
reestablished. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
now we're on
I'll go back.
Vandal. Vandal, it is your turn. I will tell you, it is a bonus action to use that healing potion you have. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, David.
My bad. It is a bonus.
That's
Wait,
right.
can I do a bonus action before an action, or do the
Yeah.
action? and then the
You
bonus?
You can. Offhand is just a bonus action after you attack. That's why it's kind of relevant there. But any other time, it is a bonus action. You can use them in any order. You can use all your stuff in any order. It's just that
Alright, then
offhand attack is just specifically after you've attacked. Sometimes it's specific.
Well, then I use my potion of healing first because I only have 1
You have
point.
1 hit point. So it is
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
2
Nice.
d4s plus 2.
Plus 2.
Okay. Well, I'm
I only have 1d4.
So minimum you're healing 4.
2 d4s plus 2. 5.
5. So you heal 5.
I got 3 plus 2. Yeah. All right. All right. So 6. So, in terms of my action, where am I currently? Okay.
next 10
Can I
more.
move? Can I move first before trying to attack?
Yeah, of course. You can
I'd like to-
you can also move, attack, and then use the. So if you want, like, let's say you have 30 feet, right? Let's say you move 15 feet.
Yeah.
You can move 15 feet, attack, and then use the rest of your movement. You have 30 feet total movement on your turn. It doesn't matter when you use it, right? So you can
Alright,
split
can
that
I-
up.
But
however
also
you want.
but if you move to melee attack, I just figured this out earlier when you were talking about it. If you move in like melee, like physical, next to the square strike, and then move again, you'll invite an opportunity attack.
That's correct. So I will say, whenever someone moves out of your weapon reach, you get an opportunity attack. So, like, let's say, just for example, this Kenku was right here. He attacks you, and then he tries to run away. You get a free attack on him because he's running away. Same thing happens to you if you try to run away from something you're in melee with. As a rogue, next level, you'll have a way around that. So you'll get to do sort of hit and run, but that's next level.
I almost died today, so I'm gonna go behind some cover.
So
I think you did die.
so,
and
David,
then you got some
David,
hands placed on you.
I do want to point out, remember, if you're attacking anything that is adjacent to one of your party members, you get extra damage.
Anything that's adjacent.
So
to
like
my
this
party
guy,
members.
like this guy right here, see how Aurelia is
Yeah.
fighting him? You would get
Yeah.
extra damage because Aurelia is in combat with him.
Okay.
You exposed
All right.
the
So
shit
all
out
right.
of
I'm gonna attack first, but I'm gonna attack with my short bow
Okay.
and then get behind some cover. So I'll roll 20, right?
Mhm.
So fuck. Which one do I want to roll? The orange or the blue? I don't trust any of these right now.
I don't trust any of your guys' dice. They're all bad.
Yeah,
all
they're
your
all-
dice are bad.
I always roll
honestly,
down.
yeah,
Say,
they've
yeah. You can
You always
trust our
what?
portrayal of the dice because they've all been bad.
Yeah, they've been garbage rolls. All right, I'm gonna go blue. Fuck. All right.
I did roll one.
A 13 plus 5, so
That
18.
hits. That hits. So you'll
Yay.
roll. I believe a short bow's a d6. It should say on your sheet there.
Yeah,
Um,
d6 plus 3.
And then you're adding an extra d6 to that for sneak attack.
Oh, an extra d6? Oh, that's
Mhm.
right, because I hit. All right, so I need a couple of d6s. Fuck. You know what? I don't trust you, Orange. Fuck you. All right. All right.
Get a dice jail.
Chat really appreciates that you're already doing the true D&D gamer thing of
I
deciding
don't
which
trust it.
deciding which die is the right die to roll
I'm gonna go blue. I'm
I'm
gonna go
starting
blue
to
and
separate
pink.
mine into
See
like
what's happening.
classes.
Yeah.
into good dice
Yeah.
and bad dice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dude, I've
And
been getting
categories
shit.
which ones
All right,
are
right,
doing
right,
well.
yeah.
I have an
All right.
I have a intelligence dice already.
Dude, all right. 6, 6, and 3. So 15.
Okay, so
Hell yeah,
Aurelia,
blue and pink. Blue and pink.
Aurelia,
baby.
you smack this guy, and then you just see an arrow pierce straight through the center of the guy's skull, out the back, and
Oh,
ping into the warehouse door. And
Oh.
that is a
Can I scream in victory?
Yes, you may.
Please do. What does that
Um,
sound like?
Oh no, not with my voice. No,
No
one would take it seriously.
Vandal,
Come
where
on.
would you like to move?
Oh,
Just go ahead and move your guy 5 squares. 6 squares? 6 squares.
these are crates right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move back here for now.
Okay. Vandal, you hear from behind this door here a muffled
oh,
I can kind of, I can
Yeah, you can kinda see
right?
him.
'Cause I'm getting on that. Okay.
yeah, but that's
There's someone
that's my fault for not mapping it correctly, but yeah, you can kind of see him in there.
Do I actually see him? Like, does my
No,
character
you don't
see
actually
what's-
see him. No.
or 'cause
That's
this is
that's
a door,
that-
right?
that's a mapping. Yeah, that's a mapping issue, not a actually
Can I
being able
yell
see
to
him.
my team? I just heard a muffle
Yeah.
scream. All right, so I yelled to my. I heard someone's behind this door.
That brings us.
I'm
Also,
also very
don't
much
die.
appreciating Dan
Yeah,
doing
no
that
j-
song in the chat because that's all I have, Dan. That's all I have in my head this whole time is that song, that goddamn song.
All right, this Kenku is dead as hell.
Is that the one that shot?
Oh,
me,
I
by the
should
way?
note. I never specified. So these
Yeah, what? I
coming
didn't
out of the
know what was
darkness.
attacking
What
us.
are we
David just killed the
attacking?
shit. Oh, okay, yeah. Those
are these are
Oh, it's
these
it's
Kenku? These
Do
raven.
they all have gold in their right hand?
Yeah, all of them are standing exactly like that with gold in their right hands. No, they're all dressed. They're all dressed different. And they're all they're all hanging out. This
Different
one over
Iagos.
here is gonna peek around. I need to remove Mr. Kenku. This one
And
over
Vandal
here.
warned. We all understand that there's a person in the door behind
Yeah.
Vandal.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
yelled.
Ooh, Daerwyn, I have bad news.
Oh God.
You're getting critted. I also have to be honest about the dice, right? So Daerwyn, you are taking 13 damage.
I'm dead.
So you are unconscious, not dead. You are
Very much
you are unconscious.
How do you die in this game?
We'll get to that. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
most
wanna
likely,
get-
since 2 of us got knocked out already.
Like I said, I don't like how this encounter is designed.
How many people can heal out of our party? Just out of curiosity.
Just you and Godrick.
Yeah, and
well,
I'm
no,
out.
half's good. Half's better than none.
Yeah, half's better
Or
than
one.
none.
I'm-
This
I'm-
Kenku
I'm
here.
outie. Wait,
Uh,
so hold on. Daerwyn's down here. No, Daerwyn's right next to me. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Goody.
This Kenku here is going to shoot at Godrick.
Not hit Godrick. That's for sure. That's for goddamn sure. I'll tell
Does
you
a 14 hit you?
that. Low.
A little bit. A little.
Yeah, like
Hello.
just a 3,
Smidge.
just a 11 to 14.
It is
Smidge.
six points of piercing damage.
Oh, Godrick's at 1 HP. My dog, my dogs and dogesses. All right, so I got a plan.
I am so excited. I'm so excited for Jess having panic attacks about this. Next on our initiative is Godrick.
Not another one of these fucking birds.
Godrick, what would you like to do?
All right, so I think this is possible,
Mhm.
but it's
Maybe.
an interaction with Vandal.
Okay.
I would like to do combine all of my availability of movement, action, and bonus action. I would like to receive the available health potion from Vandal in a
Does he-
toss.
I already used it.
He already used it.
already
I think
used it.
But he had
someone.
two. But he had 2. I thought.
No, I only
No,
got
one was broken. Someone does have a healing potion in their
Oh.
inventory. I don't know who it is. Someone else has a healing potion. I don't remember who.
What if it's me, the dead one?
Who else?
What if it's me,
Jill,
the-
you have one?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so that worked. That
no,
works
I
though.
don't.
That
I don't
works.
remember. I thought someone
don't.
had one, but I don't.
No, I don't.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do have one.
Remember.
No.
I've got
No.
rations.
No.
Can someone feed me until I wake up?
I'll come feed you.
Well, so what they can do, they can do a they can
Can I do an
a-
assist? Like a.
So well,
like
you could stabilize them so that they're not dying,
Mhm.
right? They're gonna stay unconscious, but you could stabilize them so they're not dying.
I have to. There has to. Be
But that's your action.
Hold on. There has to be a thing that I can do.
so
So none of you guys have.
Godrick's at 1. Daerwyn's passed out.
Daerwyn's passed out at 0.
Yeah,
Okay.
but what I'm trying to do in my I can either do like a big damage. Can we do this, Sean? Can we like talk about my options
Mhm.
and decide that as the four of us?
Yeah.
Like, because so here's the deal. Like, I can.
I will say,
find a way.
as we get more experienced at it, no. But as we're learning still, yes, absolutely.
I would say at this
my
point,
decision tree is like. Sorry, Jill. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I would try and kill them at this point because knowing our luck, you're gonna heal us and then they're just gonna one-shot us again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I will say
Alright.
first level combat is more lethal than any other level in the game because your hit points are so low and the damage is what it is.
I have. Right, I have a thing. All right.
Is it an arrow inside of
so-
you that's about to kill you?
It's not. It's not that. Sean, I'm going to attack the outermost Kenku, the one on the right,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Eldritch Blast
Sure.
on that. And I'm gonna get an 8.
8 does not do it.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action, which is Daunting Roar,
Okay.
on the.
Well, I think it's an AoE.
Is it?
I believe so.
I'm trying to look right now. Section Daunting.
So it's
Creatures of your choice. Yeah, within 10 feet.
within 10 feet.
And so I can't do it
So you-
anyway.
You can hit both if you want to get in these boxes.
I
you
can
hit-
move.
Yeah, if you want to get in these boxes, which you can just make that spot, you can do that.
It seems like a super fucking dumb thing to do, but I.
Or
am
actually,
going-
if you get here, you can hit both of them, and then you're not engaged, and then you still have 15 more feet after that. So you can actually go directly here, and then move directly back.
Action.
Okay.
Action on that. Wisdom saving throws.
So they both
with
make
a
wisdom
DC
saving throws.
11.
So the one on the left will be blue, the one on the right will be red. They both roll a 4, so they both fail. So they are both frightened.
They are frightened, and does that motivate their action, or just give them disadvantage on things?
It will absolutely motivate their action, but it does give them disadvantage. So they cannot move closer. Frightened is, I believe. I always have to double check frightened because it's not something that comes up all the time. And I'm just going to do this. If I remember correctly, frightened is they cannot move closer to you. And they have disadvantage on attack. As long as... I'm just going to look it up. Because I'd rather get it right on a stream about teaching people. A frightened creature has disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls while they could see you. Because they're frightened of you. While they could see you, they have disadvantage on everything. And they cannot willingly move closer to you.
Neat.
Well, so that worked out. Okay.
That works out great. And then you're moving back to
awesome.
that spot after you do it, right?
Yeah, and I'm moving back to that spot because in the next, I can help Daerwyn hopefully.
Next is this Kenku on the right. He is going to attempt to attack you. So he rolled a 16 and a 5. So he'll miss because disadvantage gives him the 5. And then he is going to spend his movement 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moving here.
Bye.
Fucking dip.
Yeah.
I'm
He's,
outie.
Aurelia, what would you like to do?
I'm guessing Godrick's got Daerwyn, so I feel like she's hopefully sorted. I feel like I have to go take out the Kinkajou down the bottom there. I don't know. Can I talk to my squad?
Pikachu!
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Or that I don't know what how far.
Godrick, you have this, right? You've got Daerwyn. You don't need me to come in for the assist.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna. I think like it's just you gotta straighten these bones out and like
Okay.
Just put them back in.
I'm going
out
in.
my bones.
Okay, I'm going in. I'm going south. I'm going south.
This one or this one?
No, the one closest, just in case I need a retreat.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll. I believe in you. Is that a 1? Did you roll a 1?
Yes. No.
No, luckily not a 1. Luckily not a 1, but a 3.
A 3 is bad. 3 is bad. I'm gonna go ahead. Jess, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you advantage because they're frightened. Normally you don't get advantage for frightened, but in this case, I'm going to. Because we need some good luck.
The 3's natural, right? What do I buffer that with?
Your attack. It still won't be enough.
No, just roll another d20.
Roll another
Advantage,
20.
you get 2. Yeah. Advantage means you roll 2 d20s and take the higher one.
Oh, that's a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Where's my 6? It's a 6, right?
No, it's an 8, I think.
No, it's an 8. Okay. There we go. It's a 7.
7. All right. They are bloodied. Meaning they're below.
Can I move again? Did I use all my moves?
No, you have 10 feet left, but if you move away from them, they'll get to attack you.
Oh yeah, no, then no.
Okay. That brings us to this crack Kenku. They're going to attempt to attack Aurelia with their short bow.
Oh.
They have disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
They rolled a 2, so they miss. And then they are going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're going to move here.
Oh.
Are you moving them there? Would I know if they're moving out of my vision so that they will lose their fear of me? Is that something that my character would know? Because it's in view of me.
Yeah,
so
if you can't see them, they can't see you.
Does it take a turn for that to fall off? So if in my next turn I move back into their vision, does that
frightened stays. Frightened just stays. Actually, your character will stay.
But frightened.
Oh no!
Your frightened stays until they can't see me.
Yeah, your frightened ends at the end of at the end of your next turn. The frightened ends.
Oh. Okay.
So it won't matter. They won't have it.
That's important for the party, but that's important for the party to know too.
Correct.
Because that caused a lot of misses from all these assholes.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Next on the Daerwyn, I would like you to make a death saving throw. Roll a d20 and tell me the result.
A 13. Do I add anything to it?
Nope, you do not. Actually, you might. Let me check your racial abilities. Yeah, because you have the blessing of the Raven Queen, so you might. Let me double check. I'm just going to check for you so we can move it along.
I'm looking at... Would it be under racial traits?
Oh my god, Jill, you are not unconscious.
I'm not?
Jillian, as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Oh, starting at 3rd level. Never mind, you are unconscious. I lied. Starting at starting at 3rd level, when she teleports, she gets resistance to all damage.
Oh, a fucking time shifter just came in. And it's like, Jill, in the future, you will be able to get out of this situation.
In the future, you will be.
And they're like, no, and they sucked back.
So Jill, Jill, you can mark at the top right where your hit points used to be. You can mark 1 successful death saving throw.
Woohoo!
So death saving throws. You have 3 chances. Well, you have 6 chances technically.
Whatever. First to 3.
You roll a d20. If you get 11 or higher, you succeed. If you get 10 or lower, you fail. If you get 3 successes if you get 3 fails, you die. If you get 3 successes, you stabilize, meaning you are no longer dying. You're still at 0 hit points until something changes that. If something attacks you while you have 0 hit points, you take another death saving throw. So if these Kenku were trying to kill you, they would have shot at your dead body and,
Neat.
killed you. All right, that brings us to Vandal. You got 6 hit points.
How far can I move?
So we've got a 6 or 1, a 6 or 1 and a passed out.
Hold on.
WWFD. What would Floon do?
I wanna interject here.
He's getting kidnapped.
I would like to interject here for a second, because in the stress of this combat, I forgot a detail.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
In the stress of you guys not dying, I forgot a detail. The Kenku have been chattering, and as things sort of start to mellow out for you guys, and you guys are kind of starting to get ahead on this combat, you start to hear what they're chattering. One of them says in a deep orcish voice, "Xanathar sends his regards." Another one in a thin nasally voice says, "Tie the pretty boy up in the back room." Vandal, what would you like to do?
How far can I move?
You can move 5 squares.
30 feet?
Yeah.
6.
6
If I
squares,
move-
excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 6. So
1.25
Oh.
Volkswagens.
hold on. It won't let me move. Oh,
Because there's technically a wall there. We're just ping where you're trying to move, and I'll move you for you. I have a little more power to move in these crowded environments. There's technically
God.
just ping
I'm
where
here.
you want to. Okay, yeah. There's hidden walls. There's hidden walls that you guys can't see in order to make the line of sight for the boxes and stuff work. So, all right, and I assume you're shooting one of these Kenku.
Yes.
Okay. You want to shoot the front one that's already damaged or the back one?
The one that's already damaged.
Okay.
My short bow, I guess. So which one gave me good luck? This blue one?
The blue one gave you good luck.
Yeah, alright, let's see if it continues. 15 plus 5, 20.
Woo!
15 will hit.
Woo!
Alright, and I rolled a 2, right? Because I could do sneak
You roll
attack. or
2d6
no?
because you have sneak attack on this, yeah.
Okay. So 4, 3, 3, 10.
Again, way more than enough to kill this thing.
Yay!
So, Jess, another kill snatched out from under you by a black shafted
It's
arrow.
fine. I'm
Um,
just happy to be here.
as he plummets to the ground, he says, "No time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss." Next on the initiative order is... Oh, that's a dead Kenku. That's a dead Kenku. That's an alive Kenku. Okay. This guy back here is going to fire at Aurelia. Ooh, Aurelia, I'm actually hitting your armor class for once. 22 to hit.
They no longer have frightened because they can't see on.
This back one,
Yeah,
this
they
back
can't see
one,
me.
and this back one didn't have frightened.
Wasn't a
anyways.
friend.
Okay.
It's going to be 6 points of damage. Aurelia. He is then going to spend his action opening this door down here, or spend the rest of his turn opening this door and sprinting out the door.
Bye.
If he's leaving, can she attack?
He wasn't next to her. It's only if they leave like
It's
your
only if
weapon
they're
reach.
next to each other.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Then it's the top of the round, Godrick. What would you like to do?
So, can I bonus action stabilize?
It is an
That's
action to
primary, right?
stabilize. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to, do 2 things.
Okay.
I'm going to. I can't bonus action cast a spell either, can I?
Most spells, no.
Okay. I'm going to stabilize Daerwyn.
If you can roll me a
they
medicine.
No longer
Roll me a medicine
require death
Death
saving
saves.
throws. 14 plus.
That's good. That's all you need.
15. Yep.
You're good. So Daerwyn, you are stabilized. You're still at 0, but you're no longer taking death saves.
Ooh. Yay.
And then you want to move or stay there?
And then in my movement, I would like to go. I'd like to go to the door, and if movement and can include walking through the door, I'd like to go into that room.
Let me check if this door is supposed to be locked. Oh, this door hangs loosely on broken hinges. Yeah. So this chamber smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. It's filled with discarded ropes, canvas, splintered wood from smashed barrels, and in the corner there is a man that you can clearly see now has just slipped free of his bonds, and he is breathing very, very heavily and struggling to stand up.
What color is his hair?
His hair is strawberry blonde.
Cute.
Floon!
Is that
It'd
you,
be hilarious
buddy?
if it's not.
Aurelia, it's your turn.
Are we not gonna? Oh, okay.
We're still in combat.
Yeah, we still got a guy.
The other one down there, please. I'm not leaving him. He can just,
All right, make an attack roll.
fix my mental health. Come
Do
on,
you
let's
have
go.
Do you have other 20s you can roll? 'Cause that one's just-
It's a natural 20.
what is it?
All right, so
Let's go!
Yeah.
so
Go!
roll.
Finally.
So roll a d20. Or no, excuse me. Roll a d8. Your damage dice.
I was about to say, are you giving her a d20 of damage?
No,
or-
no, no.
Roll it.
No, come on. A 7.
A 7. Multiply that by 2
Yes.
14.
plus your strength.
Oh, my strength,
Whatever
I'm
it
pretty
says
sure is
plus
+5.
whatever it's whatever it says on your weapon. So it's what d8 plus 3
Oh, yeah.
for damage.
Plus
So for 17 points of damage. You just I don't know if you've ever played with bird bones. They're very light and hollow.
No, not in my free time. No,
Okay.
I can't say that.
You completely splinter the skull and skeleton
Yeah.
of this boy here.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
With your
You're in the
warhammer.
family?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now. They don't want him back. It doesn't matter now.
Not anymore. He's dead. Not anymore.
Yeah. Now.
And the final the last Kenku is currently in the act of running away. So, congrats. We've done it. We've done it, guys.
We did it.
What exactly did we do, though, Sean?
Yeah. Besides get owned.
Besides, yeah, almost die.
Also, you said some stuff. Are you supposed to kill your party in this encounter?
No, I'm not.
Like, is that
I think this encounter is too hard, personally. In my personal opinion, I think this encounter is too
you
hard
got
for
close.
Yeah,
for a
I think
level
that-
one.
Yeah. Technically, once you knock out, the way it works is once you knock out 2 of them, the rest run away. But I personally think this encounter is too hard, as written. All right, so I assume everyone converges on this back room.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
am I
can we
still on the
converge
floor?
around- Yeah, I was about to say, can
How's
we
he-
converge
Am
how's
I
he
still?
doing?
I'm
Oh,
like,
you.
Oh, yeah.
Darwin, you could put yourself at 1 hit point. You're fine.
okay.
After a little bit of time has passed, you can put yourself at 1 hit point.
I'm barely hanging on.
Yes, you are barely.
I'm at
hanging
1.
on.
Hey, Daerwyn. I'm right there with you. It's 1 point.
So Vandal and I are both at 6, and they're both at 1. Is
Correct.
that correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, so I assume you guys converge on this back room. I'm actually going to
Yes.
switch us out of this screen because we technically don't need it anymore. All right. There is this man that looks severely wounded in the corner there, panting heavily. Just slipped off his bonds, but looks like he's not able to walk very well. And you shout Floon, and he says, "No, I'm terribly sorry."
Edward.
Just
I'm Rainier
Edward!
Rainier Neverember. At your, well, not currently at your service, but thank you for rescuing me. Do you know where Floon is?
We were hoping you were him.
No. And real quick, all of you recognize the name Neverember, his last name. His father was the former Open Lord of Waterdeep,
Open Lord's son.
Oh,
okay.
is this the son? Okay.
who was deposed. So he was kicked out of office, basically. His father. Rainier is a moderately attractive redhead man, much like
he's
Foon.
He's a dandy.
He is a little bit. You kind of look at him. He looks like he could take care of himself. There's a rapier in the room with him. You assume is probably his. But yeah, he's dressed in noble clothing.
They left him in a room with his own weapon. Is that correct?
He was tied up. He was tied up.
Yes, and
They're not very smart.
clearly. So wait. Can I share the information that I heard earlier when they were talking and they were talking about slipping off take him into the back room?
Yeah. So I will tell you. I'm going to give you. I will give you all of the programmed voice lines of the Kenku. So what you guys know about Kenku? Kenku cannot form their own speech, or at least most Kenku cannot. They can only imitate voices that they've heard.
Because birds.
Because they're ravens. Well, they're ravens.
Yeah.
So
Same thing.
the things that they were repeating was, Denethor sends his regards. Tie the pretty boy up in the back room, and follow
it's this one.
and follow the yellow signs in the sewers. And then the last one is, no time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss.
I was unconscious.
Okay, so they were talking about obviously Rainier.
But
rather
we share this information with
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So
I
you
didn't
all
realize
have.
that they I didn't realize that they actually just.
But there
couldn't
may
come up
be
with your own words.
there may be other clues. But that means they heard other people saying that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh no!
I would like to. I would like to cast friend on Rainier.
Okay.
And
Sean,
I would like
just
to.
a quick question.
Yes.
The implication is that these aren't the people that kidnapped this man. Then
Well, you know-
what are they, Kenku?
Kenku. You know that the people that kidnapped him were 5 humans or more human-looking people
Yeah, but they're obviously not in.
with snake tattoos on their necks, kind of like the dead ones in this room.
Ooh.
Yeah, all the dead bodies in the
Right.
room.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
They all got neck tattoos.
They all got
It's
neck
a handful of
tattoos.
them. They're like half goblin, half orc, half elvish.
Yeah,
some
humans.
humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a
And they had
handful,
the-
right? Like 4 or
Is
5
it the
ish.
snake tattoo?
They all
Is it
have the
the
snake tattoo on their.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
their building because it had the snake on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Sean, I would like
Cast
to
friends.
cast friend on Rainier,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to intimidate Rainier into describing exactly his position and where we are now, where Floon is, and intimidate him into thinking that it will go poorly for him if he's not honest with us.
Okay.
So,
Well, frankly, I don't know why you're being so threatening. I would have been forthright with you, but okay. I have no idea where we are. I was mugged somewhere in the street next to a weird purple shop. And I was with...
Did you see the spider, though? Did you see
I
it?
did! How amazing! Anyways, Floon and I were mugged in the street, and I woke up here tied up. I slipped my bonds, but here I am. I haven't seen Floon the entire time I've been here. I heard some sort of fisticuffs outside, but
but how
there
must have been something
did
before
you
you were
cast-
taken.
I'm sorry. Did you cast friends on me?
Oh, it's been a minute.
I really that's against the accords.
It
of the
absolutely
free
is. Do you
people.
know the sentence for that?
And that's not something that
I'm
would
sorry.
ever happen here.
That is that.
Um,
Excuse me.
no, that's not.
That's
I
a
think that's
1,000
something-
gold. That is a fine of 1,000 gold.
I think that sometimes people in your situation
Sometimes it
can
slips.
feel certain things.
Is that it?
No, I think it's Stockholm syndrome. You're feeling a lot of feelings and love towards your captors right now, and that's causing
Stockholm.
aggression toward.
There isn't a
Your
place called
savior.
Stockholm in Fairwood. You
just
didn't
saved
save.
your life.
Isn't that technically gaslighting
no.
what you're doing right now?
This is absolutely gaslighting. You're right.
You just saved your life.
I don't think we want to
Wait,
approve this
hold on. Did
behavior.
Vandal say that?
Yeah, no. Aurelia and Daerwyn, the two of you notice.
Yeah, I would know.
The two of you notice on his lapel is a silver pin of a harp.
I know who he belongs to.
One that is worn by Mert and Three Strings.
Yes,
Um,
I know who he belongs to.
Listen, I'm gonna let it slide because I get it. I've done the whole gallivanting and adventuring thing. Are you gonna find Floon? Can you get me out of here? What's going on here?
Yes. Obviously, your your safe passage was our number 1.25 priority to get you safe. Basically, number one priority. And so we will show you the way out and make sure you don't trip over any of the various dead birds.
To answer your previous question that you didn't have to influence out of me as my savior, the Zentrum aren't
Kind of
even...
a shitty way to tell me, though. Could have just influenced you, and you could have pretended.
I could have, you're right. But we have to establish things in the right order here. Sir. They're not even after Floon, they're after me. They think they have me.
Well, that's
Oh,
a
wait,
dilemma,
so-
isn't it?
Is Floon
While you
prettier
two
than you?
are, while you two are chatting it up, can I do an investigation in the room, see if I find any other extra clues or anything? that might help
Absolutely.
us?
Roll me a investigation or perception, whichever you have higher. Him and Floon do... By the way, this is just because now we've revealed Rainier. Him and Floon do look quite similar.
Oh, okay.
Man,
Yeah,
Floon,
yeah, I
though.
see
A little bit
that.
more.
One's a little more put together, one's a little more...
Scruffy.
But Floon
Roguish.
looks like he'd be nice. on
Yeah,
her.
rugged.
Yeah.
One looks like a nerf herder.
A little scruffy.
Yeah, one looks like he
Alright,
would be mean to
I
me, and I'd
rolled-
love him forever just because of that.
I
A Vandal.
rolled a 7 in total. It was a 7.
You find lots of crates with lots of old dried cabbages and
cabbages?
clothing. Rainier says, Rainier? I always say Rainier. I'm going to keep saying Rainier. I know, Zach, however you pronounced it, sounded correct.
Renier.
Rainier. Yeah, I think is the...
Renier.
Yeah.
Renier.
I believe is the correct pronunciation, but I'm going to keep saying it how I do. The Zentarim and the Xanathar Guild apparently both think that my father embezzled 50,000 gold dragons while he was the Open Lord. They're after that. They think I know where it is.
Do you?
I have no idea. All I know is they took my mother's locket saying this was a key. They found a key. This was the key. I had a locket that belonged to my mother as a piece of remembrance, and it's gone.
I didn't know my mother either. I get it.
No, I did know her. She was wonderful. She just died.
Oh,
But
okay. Well,
but Aurelia, but
Okay.
Miss, I'm quite sorry. I'm quite sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
They thought I knew something
I thought
about
we had
this.
a bonding connection. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, well, I mean, we can. Anyways, they thought I knew
Do
something
you want
about
to
all
pretend
this.
your mum's dead? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, my mom is dead.
Oh, well, then
I
you-
just
you
also
do
knew
keep
her.
it there.
Yeah, I knew my mother. I knew
Oh.
my mother. She's just dead. She's buried here in the city.
Still
If
not
you
a
want to
great
visit,
thing.
if you want to visit her tomb, she's
Wait.
buried here in the city.
Are you asking me out?
We will.
Was it your
You know
mother's
what?
grave
We.
too?
What I was saying was, my father and I have not spoken in years. I know nothing about his embezzlement or his ousting as open lord. Frankly, I'm just glad he's not here anymore. To clarify, my father is still alive, just not in this city.
Just saying it.
Before
Um,
anyone wants to bond with me
so-
over their dead dads.
So also no dad, no mom, raised in a pride. But why would people think Floon was you, besides your very mediocre appearance compared to his? What
Well, we were
did you-
together,
did you-
and we look vaguely similar.
vaguely is correct, yes. But did you do anything to encourage that, or when
I
they
was-
were attacking you?
I was knocked out and woke up in this closet. I have no idea.
Okay, so how can we help each other now? Obviously, both of our priorities is to find Floon safely.
Well, frankly, yes. You have a question.
Sir, what does the locket that your mother wore look like? Just out of curiosity.
Um,
And also, did you perchance lose some beads? We do have one.
oh
It's
no,
now painted purple, kind of.
Floon,
but
you
we
have more.
one.
You have more than one. You have a handful of them. Floon was wearing a beaded necklace.
He seems the type.
Were they blue beads?
Yeah, very gaudy, big blue beads.
Like this, and hold up the
Yeah.
hall full of.
Just like that. His mother's he describes his mother's amulet. It was sort of a gold amulet, like this big, with a keepsake chamber, kind of open, clasps open to keep something inside, and then it has a black gemstone on the front with a scrimshaw carving of his mother on the gemstone. So like a bone scrimshaw carving on the gemstone.
Would he know about the sewer or passage the Kenku mentioned?
I heard them say something about that. I'm not sure. I mean, supposedly the Xanathar Guild does operate somewhere under the city, somewhere
Would
in
you
the
happen to
sewers
know
or.
of any entrances or anything
I
that
don't.
could help us find your friend?
I did hear the Kenku mentioning following the yellow signs or something like that.
Yes.
Alright, so just
You're a member of the Harpers, correct?
And then he turns his lapel back over to hide it. Yes, I am. So you know that Harper pins are not meant to be displayed openly. They're meant to be like they're meant to be like a hey, have you guys seen the D&D movie?
Yeah.
No,
Chris Pratt's Zach, you haven't? Come on, bud.
no, Chris Pine is
Chris
you're
Pratt's
talking about.
character, Chris
Yeah.
Pine. Chris the other one.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine's character.
the Star Trek one,
Yeah, they're both in Star Trek, aren't they?
not the Star Lord one.
No, because Chris Pratt plays his dad in the
They're
first
different.
one.
no,
Nope,
Chris.
that's different.
No,
Chris
Chris
Hemsworth
Hemsworth
is the dad.
Damn it!
That's a
All right,
different fucking white guy.
Thanks for playing.
That is like the worst.
Thanks for playing into the bit, guys.
That is like this is all we have is everything. John, and
No,
you
you're talking to
misidentified
movie
me.
trivia professionals. We can't
God.
play into the bit when it comes to movies.
So yeah, the Harper pins are sort of like a oh, by the way, I'm a Harper. Like move your lapel and show the pin under the lapel. He says yes, I am.
One of my friends is one. Do you know Three Strings?
I do, yes. He's stationed in the awning portal.
Yeah, we're friends. We're friends. We know.
Do you, Aurelia? Do you think Rainier? Do you would you like to join us now that you're reacquainted with your rapier and the free use of your hands in finding Flame?
I think you lot look just as bad as I do. So perhaps maybe we should resume the investigation in the morning, or maybe after sleeping in for a while.
There's cabbage. I'm gonna go eat some cabbage.
We can-
and have a sleep.
I've got 1 hit point. That sounds lovely.
I would gladly join the search with you, but I say we meet here in the daylight tomorrow.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
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 You know
All
that
right.
that
agree.
what counts as a long rest is good for the gander.
Okay, good, because you guys are all in bad shape. So, and Frank,
I'm not doing
frankly,
too hot right now.
frankly, so is he. So, but that's a good spot for us to